Well,
somebody in some city.
Because Lydia in Riverdale is listening in and saying, why that song?
There is no excuse for it.
Thank you, Lydia in Riverdale.
Riverdale. Listen, I don't care what you say. There is no excuse for it.
Isn't there one excuse for it?
No.
Because on this day.
Oh, my God.
Samantha Fox, it's her birthday.
Oh, how wonderful. Samantha Fox.
She's 59.
We met Samantha Fox in London.
Yes.
When that song was a hit.
Yeah.
She was 20 years old. She got her start in sort of celebrity as a page 3 girl, as I recall, in The Sun. The tabloid, they don't do it anymore, but on page 3, there was always a photograph of a topless
girl.
Topless
local girl.
Yeah. Samantha Fox. And we were in London doing interviews and stuff, and somebody lined us up with her. She came to our hotel room, as I recall.
Yeah.
And we interviewed her there. And she was
She was nice enough.
She was a sweet, nice person, and but what a talentless,
terrible song.
Now so I looked up a little bit about Samantha Fox.
Uh-huh.
What happened to Samantha Fox?
Exactly.
Well, she's still performing, actually.
Really?
Following persistent rumors in the 1990s about her sexual orientation, she came out as a lesbian in 2003.
Really?
And was in a long-term relationship with her former manager, Myra Stratton.
I did not know that.
From 2003 until Stratton died in 2015. In 2022, she married her tour manager, Linda Olson. Samantha Fox. And she's still on tour and looks every bit of 59. And she's a good-looking, mature woman.
She was nice enough,
She was pleasant. She was cute. She wasn't. She was really hot at that time.
Oh, yeah.
She had but she wasn't.
No, she was a big star. I remember there was a bit of an issue with her getting into the hotel because there were people outside.
Yeah. But she didn't put on any airs of like, I'm a big star. And she, as a matter of fact, I think she came alone. I don't recall if she had anybody.
She came with one person.
Did she have a handler?
She had
with
a
her?
handler, yeah.
But she was just nice, and I still have a photo of us together.
I've got a picture
somewhere.
of it somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, and Samantha Fox. There you go.
It's you and me, her, Paul Wilson,
sitting between you and me, as I recall.
Yeah.
She was. I don't know. Anyway, Samantha Fox. That's still out there on the road hustling.
Gina wasn't here to help me pick the opening number, so I panicked.
Yeah.
I looked down and went, "Oh, it's Samantha Fox's birthday today." Okay.
I think that's the only hit she had, probably, isn't it?
Let me see.
Touch Me, I Want Your Body became a top 10 hit across Europe, North America, Australia. Her first 3 studio albums, Touch Me, Samantha Fox, and I Want to Have Some Fun, all produced international hit singles. Just One Night. What's this one?
Nothing's Gonna Stop Me Now.
21st Century Fox was a hit. And Angel with an Attitude was a hit. Really marginal.
Oh, but what about...
Maybe, just maybe, naughty girls need love too.
Terrible.
She dated Paul Stanley of Kiss.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What was it? I Want to Have Some Fun? Is that you said?
It's me again. Don't you know it's hard to keep a good woman down? But then again, maybe that could be fun.
This is dreadful.
Yeah, this is terrible.
Samantha Fox.
She did a Playboy layout in 1996.
Yeah. I remember that.
And in 2008, she was voted the top page 3 model of all time.
Of all time.
Of all time.
Working 9 to 5 each and every day.
Terrible. Yeah, it's just terrible.
Ugh.
An English pop singer and former glamour model from Crouch End.
Crouch End.
Crouch End in North London. Where are you from? Crouch End.
Crouch End.
Crouch End. We shy away from things there. I don't know. So, yeah, Gina not here.
Yeah.
Got a text around
Just before
4:30.
5, yeah.
Yeah, 4:30, 4:45, something like that. Sorry, she was feeling dizzy yesterday.
Yeah.
Vertigo. Sorry, I'm
She gets that every now and then.
I'm out of it.
Yeah.
And so she's not going to be here today. Katie will sort of fill in, doing traffic and that sort of thing. I don't know, Katie, do you feel like you can do the intro to the Utah word of the day? It's
I'm sure
it's
she
5
can.
dense lines.
Well, I printed it for myself, so I'm hoping I can do it.
Okay. It's 5 very dense lines, so.
I'll just go over them over and over and memorize the script real fast.
Okay.
My wife says, I want a Samantha Fox tape from the radio. I know all these songs.
You're kidding. Oh, my God, that's too bad.
Oh.
She won a Samantha Fox tape.
A tape.
From the radio, like
From the radio where, I guess,
when
I'm
she was
guessing in
growing up
Oklahoma.
in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Isn't that... Did you ever win anything from the radio when you were not working in radio?
I never won anything. I bought, and it's over there, a 45 from Skinny Johnny Mitchell of the Streak In.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I won when I was like 12 or something. I won a record on KLO in Ogden.
Oh,
and it
KLO.
was it was a song that was not a hit at all. It was a song by a band called the Owls, and I think the song's name was Casa Vubu.
Casa Vubu.
Yeah, I should look and see if I can find that.
Try to find that.
The Owls.
Oh, she says K107.
Hey!
I'm guessing K107 is in Tulsa.
K107, the hot sounds of Tulsa, coming at you. Speaking of all of that, radio, old-time radio.
Yeah.
Should we save it for the news?
Probably.
Yeah.
I may have an air check of him somewhere.
A tragedy.
Yeah. I mean, he's a pioneer. Not a very good DJ, but a pioneer.
Yeah, I don't recall ever actually hearing him.
Yeah.
But I certainly know his name. We'll have that coming up in the news.
All right, we got that in.
This has been Farting Around with Carrie, Bill, and Gina on X96, Radio from Hell.
That was kind of a tease, wasn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah. We'll have that coming up in the news. The death of radio coming up. But right now we're going to take a break, and then we'll come back and take your check-ins if you'd like to do them. 877-602-9696. That's the number. 877-602-9696 to check in with the Radio from Hell show. You can also text us if you like. 33986 is that number.
Thank you.
Are you ready?
It's often said that people of Utah speak a language all their own. It's a language that's often confusing and even incomprehensible to newcomers here in the Beehive State. So, Radio from Hell presents a handy guide to help everyone understand how the natives speak. It's the Utah Word of the Day, and today's word is...
Canny corn. Cannykarn. Canny corn. And here they are, Don Criddle, the mayor of Mona, Utah, and his son Denver Criddle. It's the day after Halloween, and Don and Denver are discussing Denver's Halloween Candy Haul and why November 1st is so exciting for Denver. Again, the word is canny corn.
Well, you sure scored a big bag of sweets, son, when you was out trick-or-treating.
I sure did, Daddy. I got more treats than any of the other kids. I think I know why.
Well, why is that, my strange and wonderful son? Why did you glean more treats than your companions?
Well, I think partly it was my great costume. I really outdone myself this year.
Yeah, that was a pretty dang good costume. Did people recognize right away that you was the prophet, warrior, and now angel Moroni?
Well, not all of them, not right away. But when I put that gold trumpet to my lips and gave it a blow, they knew who I was.
Well, now let's see what kind of treats you scored here. I'll just dump this pillowcase full of cavities out here on the kitchen table. Well, there must be 10 pounds of treats here. What the? Well, for heck's sake, son, there ain't nothing in this bag but bit of honey and Smarties.
I outsmarted the other kids, Daddy. I just kept going back to two houses over and over, the two that no one else was going to. One house had the bit of honey, and one had the Smarties. Voila!
Well, thank the Lord, you're going to get some decent treats and some variety in just a minute.
I think I may be the luckiest boy in the whole world, Daddy. Or at least the luckiest in Juab County. Or the luckiest boy in Mona, Utah. I get second Halloween every year. Every November 1st, your brother comes over and brings me huge bags of treats. But I always wondered, why does he wait until the day after Halloween, Daddy?
Well, it's because he's too busy at the Halloween season, so he can't come till the day after. Now, I'm going to go let him in, and then I have to go to work to the mayor's office. I got mayor work to do.
Oh, hello, and happy day after Halloween. Where is my little Halloween angel Moroni? Where is my little nephew Denver?
Uncle Chainsaw Guy, happy day after Halloween. Did you have a good Halloween season this year, Uncle Chainsaw Guy?
Well, I sure was busy as usual, nephew of mine. I think I chased more screaming girls and whimpering boys this year than ever before. That's a lot of running I have to do, and I am tuckered. But not too tired to forget to bring my nephew his favorite Halloween treats.
What did you bring me this year, Uncle Chainsaw Guy?
Like I said, all your favorites. They're all right here in this gunny sack.
Oh, let me guess.
Yeah?
Let me see if you remember my favorite candy. You got Starburst?
Yep.
And candy corn?
Yep. And?
Wax Lips! You got Wax Lips! I love Wax Lips!
You guessed them all three, Denver. You got them all. It is uncanny that you could do that.
It's just I know you, Uncle Chainsaw Guy. You always make the day after Halloween the best. And now for the best part of all. Chase me out of the house with your chainsaw!
Happy day after Halloween, Denver! Let's go!
Join us again some other time as we examine how the Utah natives speak with the Utah Word of the Day.
33986.
All right, 6:21. Let's get this over with.
All right, let's get it over with. I'm for that. I've got important things to do after the show today. So we will go to your check-ins at 877-602-9696 if you have a mind to do them. Or you can text us at 33986. But first, let's begin the show. Katie, do we have a sponsor?
We do. We do. Participating in the Utah Division of Consumer Protection free annual declutter. It's the event on Friday, April 18th at the University of Utah's Guardsman's Lot. Safely destroy your sensitive documents, household items, and discard outdated medications. Visit dcp.utah.gov/declutter for details.
The moon is 94.4% of full. It is a waning gibbous moon. The moon will set today, and it looks great, so you've still got time to get out there and look at it. 6:46 a.m. today. Today being Tuesday. It's the 15th day of April in the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, 2025. It is Father Damien Day.
Oh.
You know Father Damien? Ministered to the lepers in Hawaii, the island of Molokai.
Oh, okay.
That was Father Damien. Jackie Robinson Day. Jackie Robinson, of course, baseball player, broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball.
I wouldn't know. He's been erased from the internet by the Trump administration.
Right.
So
it's Tax Day. And that...
Oh, it is April 15th,
It is. And of course, we'll be at the post office with coffee and donuts for people filing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing today? My taxes.
Really?
I'm going to see my accountant today.
Today?
To do the,
What's wrong with you?
I guess part of it is I hate it so much.
Well, yes.
And I just procrastinate and put it off and put it off.
But it's like a Band-Aid. You do it right away.
But
rip it off.
God bless my accountant, Lindsay. She's in Ogden, and she said, I had a cancellation. I can fit you in today, so we don't have to late file. Come up and see me, and we'll get your taxes filed. It's National Glazed Spiral Ham Day, and who doesn't like a glazed spiral ham? And it's National That Sucks Day. That Sucks Day, an acknowledgement that sometimes things can just go really, really, really wrong.
Back to the spiral ham thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't there a place called Heavenly Ham that had
Yeah,
those?
well, I think they're...
I remember the jingle.
I think,
Heavenly Ham.
Yeah. Yeah, is it
still around?
Yeah, I think so. Well, what's the one that Gina always goes to?
It's down, it was down on Murray Holiday Road.
Yeah.
It's not there anymore.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Well, I think there's a ham place somewhere.
Oh.
Somebody gave me an Italian prosciutto cotto ham.
Oh, yes.
Which you don't, I mean, it's a big pink thing, you know, and it's apparently you don't cook the whole thing at once. You use bits of it. Mm-hmm. You know, some of you slice off and chop it up and put it in pasta. Or at any rate, I've got to do more research on that. And this is an all new edition of the radio show that is praises glazed spiral ham. It's Radio from Hell, starring the Lords of Morning Radio. It's Kerry Jackson right there. I'm late tax filer Bill Allred. Well, I'm not going to be late. I'm just right on the deadline.
Right on the deadline.
Gina Barberi not here today. Please get better, Gina. Katie for short is our fine producer doing double duty, producing and filling in for Gina Barberi. And I think I saw Maya in the producer's booth today. And and the dog, Vax, is over there as well. And now we'll go to your check-ins, 877-602-9696.
All right, let's begin with Devin.
Devin, good morning. You're in Park City.
Good morning.
You're in Park City, I see. What's up?
Oh, just wanted to shout out to the wife on tax day.
Why?
Our anniversary.
It's also your anniversary.
Yeah, we decided that day would be the best day.
To get married on tax day.
Well, in this way, Devin will never forget the anniversary day.
Yeah. You know, I have a sort of an anniversary like that. My wife said, let's get married in July. And I said, how about July 4th? And she said, no, July 5th. That's the day after Independence Day. And that's when we should
get married. So you get to have a hangover.
Yeah. So, no more independence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, what's your wife's name?
Michelle.
Michelle.
Lovely Michelle.
Happy anniversary to you and Michelle. How long have you been married, Devin?
9 years.
Good job. Keep it up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we'll try.
Thanks for checking in.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
See ya.
Let's see. Let's go to Adam.
Adam, the bartender in Salt Lake. What's up?
Good morning, folks. How we doing?
Good.
Good,
Honey
good.
baked
I just
ham.
want to throw that
Honey baked ham.
Honey baked ham. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just up there on Murray Holiday. It's still there.
It's
I
still
live
there?
right around the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's still there. It's
All right.
Yeah.
right there on Murray Holiday Road.
Been there a long
Just up the
time.
street from a liquor store.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
a long time.
It's funny. It's funny when I saw you with your name here and it said ham. That it just came to me as we put you on the air. Adam, the bartender. You're the bartender out at the airport. Is that right?
Yeah, good memory, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's me.
All right, everybody at the airport, drink
on my
up.
way to work right now.
Yep.
All right,
Drink it up.
Drink
8
up.
o'clock. 8 o'clock we start.
and don't forget to tip.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I appreciate it.
See you, Adam.
Thank you, Adam.
Good day. Good day.
Still there.
Yeah, honey baked ham.
Because there's a taco place right there I go to all the time, and I don't recall seeing the honey baked ham sign.
And there was also, you remember Heavenly Ham.
Heavenly
I think
Ham.
it was a competitor to Honey Baked Ham. And I don't recall whether you must have heard the jingle here, so there must have been one here somewhere.
Heavenly Ham.
Google Heavenly Ham, will you, Katie? Just see if there's a location around. 877-602-9696 if you want to check in on the phone.
Right Wing Wade checking in. I'm guessing you don't have Samantha Fox on vinyl.
No.
Dr. Neal checking in. Can we all agree that today is either Wednesday or Thursday so we can get the week done faster?
Yeah, well, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Searching Heavenly Ham. It says permanently closed.
But there was a location.
It was in Midvale. It was a butcher shop.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
All right.
Tree of Maine. Oh, hell no. Just yucky, Carrie. I feel like Gina would have stopped this.
Yeah. Oh, the Samantha Fox?
No, she would have encouraged it.
Probably.
Here's that opening number had Gina all over it. I can't believe she's not there. Mixer driver Shane checking in. Another Gina from Roy checking in. Zane of Dallas checking in. Hopefully Mrs. Zane comes home today or tomorrow. Denver Criddle and Nikki O band name would be the Mona Moaners. Better than Samantha Fox.
The Mona Moaners.
Mrs. Zane checking in from an undisclosed Dallas hospital. Sadly, no frequent flyer miles. But if I hit 10 weeks, my bingo card gets me blackout bingo 3 weeks to go. Troy of Riverton checking in. Mike in Nashville checking in. The only thing I want on the radio was a DVD copy of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy from Todd about 20 years ago.
Wow.
Emmett the Pool Guy. Kelly from the centerist of Villes.
Yeah, I'm not a winner when it comes to contests and things like that. I enter things and I never win.
Let's see. Rye from Orem checking in. How's Tim the Tree Guy doing? Last we heard, he's trying.
I don't think he's back in a tree, though.
I don't think so. Perry City listener, Michaela Verino. Here in Tulsa on business from Salt Lake City, I'll check in with 107 FM to confirm the Samantha Fox cassette story. Levi in Coachella Valley checking in. Happy Tuesday. Johnny B. Tristan from the most west of Jordans. Meshach Averta. Patrick. Joe Dirt. Looks like everybody's here, so let's go.
All right.
Traffic. I'm currently looking at things. There's a couple of incidents going on. Looks like there was a crash southbound I-15 on just off of Beck Street, US 89. The right shoulder is closed, and the clearance time should be close to the end of 6 o'clock. There's another crash westbound on 30th South and Monroe Boulevard in Weber County. The two right lanes are closed, so avoid that and go on the left side. And then there's one more crash southbound Redwood Road at Center Street in Davis County. The right lane is closed as well, so go around on the left side. That should be cleared about 7:10. Everything else that I'm looking at is very clear, green, and good to go, so just avoid those little incidents, and that is your traffic.
All right. Thank you very much. We will take a break, play a song for you. It's an On This Day song, just so you know. We got that coming up. Big Boy News and Opinnuendo in the next break. And right after that, it's Frank Christ presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine, the Dead Celebrity Game. We'll explain how to play, what you'll win, all coming up.
Don't miss.
We have the list of winners here.
So something weird that I didn't know. So Adrian Brody won Best Actor for The Brutalist, and he gave a shout out to his wife,
Girlfriend.
What? I don't know. I thought it said wife, but do you know who that is?
I think she's a model.
She's no
idea.
She's what's his name's ex-wife, the disgraced producer Harvey Weinstein. She's Harvey Weinstein's ex-wife.
Ew.
And the two, she has two children that are Harvey Weinstein's children.
Really?
That he gave a shout out to. Yeah.
Ugh.
And Adrian Brody was just terrible. I will never watch him again.
Even before he said, "Don't play me off," they had given him lots of extra time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was not saying anything. It's not.
No, I don't even know
you
what he was
could tell
talking
he
about.
wasn't like a prepared speech. He was just sort of.
I want to take up.
rambling
I want to take up some time. But let's see some of the winners. Of course, Nora
won tons of stuff.
Yeah, won the biggest prize of the evening, Best Picture. It won 5 Oscars in all. The director won an Oscar, Sean Baker.
He gave this impassioned go see movies at the movie theater.
Independent movies too.
And I was telling you guys a few minutes ago, I went to the Broadway to see the Led Zeppelin movie. Mm-hmm. I don't know why you go anywhere else.
I love that theater.
I love that theater. The concession stand is awesome.
Well, I mean, you go other places because not every movie plays at the Broadway.
But they have a lot. I mean,
They do.
They have a lot there.
Let's see. So for acting, let's just go. Nora won. He won for Best Director. He won for Best Original Screenplay. And he edited the movie himself.
Really?
Yeah. So it's, and he made it for some, I mean, it was just like $6 million or something like
Just
that.
a small amount of money.
Yeah, very small
Did you
amount of
see
money.
it, Carrie?
No.
I have not seen it yet. I keep
been meaning
wanting to
to,
go. I loved his first movie, which the name of it I can never remember, about those the kids living in a motel.
On
in
$1 million
Florida.
hotel or something?
It's really a good movie. On the acting side, Mikey Madison won for Nora, which everybody thought Demi Moore was probably going to win.
Oh, the Florida Project. That's
Yeah, the Florida Project.
yeah, everyone was making the joke that, oh, the younger, prettier, upcoming girl beat out the older woman for how so like the movie of Substance that the young woman beat out the older woman.
Let's see.
Well, if everyone was like me, they saw the end of The Substance and went, "That's it, I'm out." I was with you, I was behind you the whole way, but
but you had to get to the end of the movie before you felt that way.
That's what I mean. I was with that movie the whole way until the last 10 minutes.
Let's see. Supporting stars, Emilia Perez, actress Zoe Saldana won, and said, "I wish my mother were here to see the fact that I won an award for a movie where I got to dance and sing and speak Spanish."
So she said she wished her grandmother was there because her mother was there. And when she went up on stage, it was so sweet. She was like, Mommy, where are you? She's like looking in the crowd for her mom. I won. It was very sweet.
I'll say it again. She wasn't a supporting actress in that movie. She was a lead. She was in every scene.
And Kieran Culkin won for Best Supporting Actor, and he was not a supporting actor in that. He carried that movie. I saw it just a couple of days ago.
He was hilarious. So he gets up there and he said, when I won the Emmy, I told my wife if I won the Emmy, I'd give her a third child.
Or she promised she'd give me a child.
And
that's right. Yeah.
So he said after the Emmys, he said we're walking, and he pointed out somebody, and he's like, "You were there. You can vouch for this." He said, so I guess that third child, and she's like, "Tell you what, if you win an Oscar, I'll give you 4."
Because at that time, what were the odds?
Yeah, she's like, he's like, that's how much you believed in me.
There you go.
It was a funny story.
He was excellent in that movie. A Real Pain. I am not a fan of Jesse Eisenberg. He just something about him creeps me out.
I thought it should have won Best Original Screenplay. Honestly, I thought it was out of all of those, it was the most well written.
Good, very good, and Jesse Eisenberg wrote it, and I think he directed it as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. What else do we have here? Not a victory, but Diane Warren made headlines for this is her Oscar losing streak. 16th consecutive defeat in the Best Original Song category.
She's the Susan Lucci of...
Oh, but she's laughing all the way to the
Yeah.
bank.
Yeah.
Come on.
Let's see. Special honorees included Juliet Taylor and Jones,
Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones, yeah, the Jean Herschel Humanitarian Award. And what was that they did? Was it a musical tribute to Quincy Jones?
Yeah.
With dancing and
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
It was unnecessary.
and
They
people
didn't
wearing aprons or something.
They didn't need to.
I couldn't figure out what that was all about.
They didn't need to do
Yeah, what is with these musical tributes? I mean, you could have done a good one with Quincy Jones. You could have
Yeah.
gotten some good bands up there,
Yeah.
you know? But instead,
Yeah, but let's see. What else? We got well, let's see. Best Supporting Actor, actress. Zoe Saldana. I think that's Best Animated.
that one surprised me.
Flo won. And everybody thought it would be the
Wild Robot.
Yeah. But it was Flo. Let's see. The winner of International Feature. Well, we don't care about that, do we? So I think that's about all. Best Adapted Screenplay. Conclave won. Conclave won a few things here and there, but not as much as people thought it would.
No, I mean, Honora surprised everybody.
Best film editing. Again, Honora, he's not an editor, but he
did it.
All right, I'll edit it.
I'm going to edit my
Save
own
some
movie.
money, I'll edit it.
This day, in 1997, Depeche Mode released their 9th studio album, Ultra, featuring Barrel of a Gun, Home, Useless, and that song, It's No Good. It was their first album following the departure of Alan Wilder and the first they recorded as a trio since 1982's A Broken Frame. Well, there you go, on this day. Big boy news in Opinioendo right now. Right after that, it's Frank Christ presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine, the Dead Celebrity Game. I'm going to give you a list of 4 celebrity names. 3 of those celebrities are just fine. One of them is dead. If you pick the dead one correctly, you will win.
You could win LCD sound system tickets.
Nice.
They're going to be here on August 12th at the Sandy Amphitheater.
LCD sound system tickets for Frank Christ Presents. Just call and line up. The sooner the better. 877-602-9696. We'll play the Dead Celebrity Game after this. Big Boy News and Opinioendo, brought to you by.
Help all of us at Jerry Seiner Cadillac celebrate their new location with the incredible buying experience of your dream car. Come in today and experience the Seiner difference.
Tragedy. He was one of a kind, an original. He will be missed. Jed the Fish. Jed the Fish Gould, a quirky, influential Los Angeles radio DJ who lorded over K-Rock, the drive time slot for 34 years, died of lung cancer at his home. He was 69. The world lost one of the most unique and brilliant personalities, the IG post, his Instagram post read. The world will never be the same. Born Edwin Jed Fish Gould III on July 15th, 1955, he joined the Pasadena-based K-Rock in 1978 as its music director. While punk rock and new wave music were gaining momentum, he moved to the night shift in 79 and was a big part of the station's rock of the 80s push in that decade. He moved to San Francisco in 85 and joined KOAK-FM for 3 months before doing a brief weekend stint in the Bay Area rival station KROR, and then he returned to K-Rock, taking over the afternoon drive slot. During his tenure, K-Rock went from an also-ran station to an influencer and a leader in the busy L.A. rock radio market. He and the station embraced the changing rock landscape, while rivals, KMET, KLOS, KWST, they were all playing what later in the decade would be labeled classic rock and heavy metal.
Mm-hmm.
K-Rock focused on, as we did in Salt Lake, focused on the modern rock scene.
Yeah, the new stuff.
Yeah, the rock of the 80s format also spread California, San Diego. Here, people used to say, "Are you guys a sister station of K-Rock?" Or no, we were independent, but they certainly led the way. Salt Lake City police are investigating a fatal shooting at a downtown hotel where 2 people were killed. According to the Salt Lake City Police Department, that's just this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to the detectives Michael Ruff, police responded to a 911 hang-up about 12:30 this morning in the area of 1st West and 5th South. So I don't know what hotel that is. It doesn't name the hotel. While en route to the scene, police learned that there possibly had been gunshots, and when they arrived, they found two people critically injured with gunshot wounds. The police department said officers provided life-saving aid and asked for paramedics. However, police confirmed the 2 victims died at the scene. They have not yet been identified. Officers say they have identified a person of interest in the apparent homicide and have taken that person into custody. Detectives are just beginning their preliminary investigation, which includes gathering details, speaking with witnesses, reviewing any digital evidence. Officers don't believe there's a threat to the community. They think this was a targeted attack, and they think they have the one person in custody now. This is the city's first and second homicide of the year, according to the Salt Lake Police Department. Well, this is sad news, really. I mean, it's the end of an era. The Salt Lake Tribune is reporting that the production of Wasatch and Squatters beers.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this.
Will be taken. Well, they're not going to renew their Salt Lake City brewing lease, and they'll close their doors down there on 3rd West.
Yeah.
Close their doors on May 23rd. The production of their beers will continue, but it'll move to other breweries in the Monster network as of May 27. Monster beverage,
Monster energy drinks.
They own the Wasatch and Squatters labels. The Tribune obtained a statement from the president of Monster Brewing, which said 25 people will lose their jobs. I don't know if this is.
I think my friend Durwood is one of those people.
Jason Stock.
Could be.
I don't know, Jason. I hope you're okay. Whether it's Utah-owned, it's always been a Utah company that started here and was founded here. The people who make the beer are employed here and are from here, so it's always been a part of our community, said Cody McKendrick, who is the owner of Bewilder Brewing Company. And J.C. Straub, operator of the Salt Flats Brewery, agreed. As a smaller and newer brewer in the industry, we need those larger guys to kind of benchmark ourselves, Straub said. We looked at their quality control, their operation, different stuff, and we use that to continue to drive our own growth and competition. Both Bewilder Brewing and Salt Flats said that Squatters and Wasatch Brewery laid the groundwork for the industry in the state. All the Utah breweries are standing on the shoulders of Squatters and Wasatch in many ways, because they were the ones who laid the foundation. They were the ones who built the demand and the market here in Utah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of closures, a longtime Ogden bakery, who I hold this bakery dear to my heart, Topper Bakery, 85-year-old Topper Bakery.
Is this the one you worked at?
No, I didn't work at it, but when I was a little kid, I would walk to school. This is like second, third grade. I would walk to school, and I'd walk past Topper Bakery, and I'd look in the window, and they made alligator jaws.
Oh yeah,
with the cream in them, you know.
I bet it always smelled great, too.
And so I would steal money out of my mother's coat pockets, and so I could buy an alligator jaw on my way home from school. But the Topper Bakery ovens had fired up again after nearly 4 years because they had a fire and they had to close down. They're not ready for the general public quite yet. The longtime family-owned business is finally supplying to many of their old wholesale customers, mostly area restaurants. I think they make, as I recall, pita. They make lots of pita breads that go to restaurants.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes me feel good, said part owner Valine DeRica. Nice to be doing something nice to having some money come in. DeRica runs the bakery with her son and co-owner Lance, who's been spending a lot of time restoring a lot of the old appliances that survived the fire that burned about half of their building there on Monroe Boulevard. That was back in August of 2021. So good luck, you guys. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports more measles. This is the highest number of cases recorded in 6 years and reflects an increase of more than 100 cases since last week. 700 now confirmed in 24 states. The worst of the outbreaks is in the South Plains region of Texas, where the Department of State Health Services is reporting 541 cases since late January. Most infections have been reported in individuals under the age of 19. At least 2 children have died from measles-related causes so far this year. Well, the Trump administration, Donald Trump, is refusing to take action to get Kilmar Arbego Garcia, an immigrant wrongly deported to Salvador, to a prison there. The Supreme Court has said you've got to get him back. Trump is openly now defying the Supreme Court order.
Well, he doesn't want this guy on 60 Minutes, does he?
No, the question of whether and when Trump would find himself in defiance of a Supreme Court order has stalked the early months of his second administration by pushing the law well beyond its limit. This confrontation seems destined to happen, but the administration and the court have so far sought to avoid a conflict, with the administration pretending to abide by court rulings through deflection and minimal compliance, and the court deferring to the administration as though that's normal. This is impossible to avoid now, unless the court chooses to stand down. In an order issued April 11th, a unanimous Supreme Court declared that a district court decision properly requires the government to facilitate Arbego Garcia's release from custody in El Salvador.
But not according to Stephen Miller. He says that it was a 9-0 in favor of what they wanted. He just out and out lied.
Pretty straightforward.
Also, did you see these two sitting and just kind of joking with each other?
Bukele, the president of El Salvador, was in Washington yesterday, and he claims, I don't have any authority to return him.
But that's a lie, because 8 prisoners have been returned from El Salvador, wrongly caught people. But then he'll turn around and say, I can't return
How
this
can
guy.
I smuggle a terrorist into the United States? Of course, I'm not going to do it. The question is preposterous. He's just an asshole.
They're both.
Like Trump.
They're both.
And Trump snapped at Caitlin Collins.
Oh, yeah.
When she's a reporter, when she asked why is the administration refusing to comply with a Supreme Court order in a high-profile deportation case. You said that the Supreme Court said somebody needed to be returned. You'd abide by that, Collins said. Trump, very irritated, cut her off and said, why don't you just say, isn't it wonderful that we're keeping criminals out of our country? And then he said, nobody watches you anymore. You have no credibility.
But see, that's the question she was asking. He's not a criminal. Yeah. That's why she was asking the question.
A man who authorities said scaled an iron security fence in the middle of the night, eluded police, and broke into the Pennsylvania governor's mansion where he set a fire and is in police custody. Cody Balmer told police that he planned to beat Governor Josh Shapiro with a small sledgehammer.
Oh, like Nancy Pelosi's husband.
If he found him, according to court documents. He was being treated at the hospital, and police said was not connected to his incident or arrest. He's being treated for something. There was an earthquake and some aftershocks in San Diego area. Pretty strong, 5.2 magnitude, but no significant damage, it looks like, and no injuries. And then finally this, people are not going to dye Easter eggs this year. Eggs are so expensive, and many people are not going to do it. But Jet Puff Marshmallows has created a marshmallow dyeing kit.
Really?
Just in time for Easter. See, there they are. You can dye Jet Puff marshmallows and draw little designs on them. There's a whole kit you can buy, the Jet Puff to dye, and so you dye marshmallows instead of Easter
That's
eggs.
actually a good idea.
It's kind of cute, isn't it?
Kids are more likely to eat a marshmallow instead of a boiled egg, right?
Now, unfortunately, it's $2, but it's being sold exclusively at Walmart.com.
Well, I'll never see it.
Well, Walmart.com for the Jet Puff Marshmallow Easter egg dyeing kit. All right, that's it.
Sports weather traffic.
We'll do quick sports. The Utah Hockey Club beat the Predators last night 7-3, which is pretty impressive.
Revenge.
Yeah. The Rangers beat the Panthers. The Red Wings beat the Stars. This is all national hockey. Bournemouth, if you like soccer, beat Fulham yesterday, which is really cool too. Today you've got Aston Villa versus Paris Saint-Germain, which is all soccer again. The Panthers are playing the Lightning in the hockey. You've got Capitals versus Islanders, all that fun stuff going on. And in NBA, the Hawks against the Magic. Weather, we've got a high of 73 today and a low of 52. It's going to be partially cloudy, so you might get a little sun peeking throughout the clouds here and there. We're going to be in the 70s today and tomorrow, and then drop down into the 50s, looks like Thursday and Friday. Traffic, let me do a quick refresher on this really fast. That crash southbound I-15 on Beck Street is still there on the right shoulder, so be avoiding the right shoulder on that. Should be cleaned up anytime soon, so if it is, let me know. Also, there's a crash southbound Redwood Road on Center Street in Davis County. The right lane is closed as well. That should be cleared about 7:10. Everything else that I'm seeing is also clear, but if you see something, you can let me know at 33986 as long as it is safe for you to text me. Do you or someone you love struggle with addiction? Help is out there. Renaissance Ranch is one of Utah's best addiction treatment centers. They accept most private insurances and Medicaid. Schedule a free consultation at renaissanceranch.com.
Oh, here he is, Frank Christ.
Oh, hello, everyone.
Came in through the window on his electric scooter.
Where's Gina?
She's don't worry, she's fine. She's just fine.
Is she all right?
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay, I don't need to check on her?
No, she's just a little under the weather.
Okay.
She's dizzy.
Well, she's always been dizzy.
That's right. Frank has joined us in the studio. He is a Grim Reaper, the Reaper of celebrity souls specifically. And that's really a curse because Frank loves those celebrities.
I love our precious celebrities. I'm guessing no one wants to win those LCD sound system tickets.
No one is called?
No one is called. Are they afraid of me?
Possible.
877-602-9696 to play the game we call Frank Chris Presents.
They're fine. They're just fine.
All you have to do, contestant, whoever you are, is identify a dead celebrity on a list that Frank has given me, and you can win LCD sound system tickets. They're going to be here in August, I think it is, at the Sandy Amphitheater. So 877-602-9696. We got somebody calling now. There we go. We'll get somebody on the phone in just a second. Frank.
Yes?
Jed the Fish. Did you have to take Jed the Fish?
I didn't take Jed the Fish.
What?
No, I was busy. I was at a meeting.
A meeting?
Yes.
What sort of a meeting?
It's,
like a
business.
A conference?
It's we all get our. It was a video conference. It was on Zoom.
Did you have your intern do it then?
I had my radio celebrity intern do it. I would have done it. I sent Marconi Christ.
Marconi Christ.
Yes.
All right. Frank is here to play the game we call Frank Chris Presents.
They're fine. They're just fine.
He's given me a list of 4 actors, and 3 of the actors on the list, Frank is happy to report.
They're just fine.
But one of them One of them is dead, and the contestant has to identify the dead celebrity. And who do we have there?
Tawny is here.
Who is it?
Tawny.
Tawny. Good morning.
Good morning.
Is that right, Tawny?
That's correct, yes, sir.
And how are you today?
I'm doing fine, just fine.
That's good to know. How do you spell your name?
Thany.
Thany. All right, that's unusual. Tawny, you know how to play this. You identify the dead celebrity, and you'll win those tickets to see LCD Sound System. Because this is National That Sucks Day, Frank has given me a list of actors in movies where everything goes wrong.
Oh.
All right?
Oh, no. Okay.
Identify the dead celebrity. Number 1, Louise Lasser. She was, oh, crap. I hit the wrong button here. Let me bring it back up. And there it is. Louise Lasser. She was the title character on the soap opera satire Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. She made her Broadway debut in the musical I Can Get It For You Wholesale. She was married to Woody Allen for a time and was in his early films, Take the Money and Run and Bananas. She was in a movie, Requiem for a Dream, where drugs cause lives to fall apart. That sucks. Number 1, Louise Lasser. Number 2 is Alan Tudyk. He was in 28 Days, A Knight's Tale, Dodgeball, A True Underdog Story, the TV and movie versions of Firefly, Rogue One, Mr. Nobody, and Resident Alien. He was in Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, a series of misunderstandings leading to increased chaos. Number 2, Alan Tudyk. Number 3 is Terry Garr, got her start in a well-loved episode of Star Trek, then followed The Conversation, Young Frankenstein, Oh God, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Tootsie. She was often a guest on The Tonight Show and David Letterman. She was in the movie After Hours, about a man's night in New York City that descends into a surreal and increasingly bizarre series of events. Number 3, Terry Garr. And finally, Damon Harriman, best known as Dewey Crow on Justified, Romeo in Flesh and Bone. He was also in Breaking Bad, Wilfred, Cold Case, and the mysterious hitman Mr. Jones on the CBS crime series Vegas. Oh, and he also played Charles Manson 2 different times. He was in House of Wax, about a group of friends trapped in a small town. Number 4, Damon Harriman. All right, one of those actors is dead. Tawny, who is it?
I'm going to go with option 3.
Terry Garr is correct. She died just last year.
Too soon.
At the age of 79. She'd been ill for quite some time. Congratulations, Tawny. LCD Sound System. Are you familiar with that band?
I am.
Yeah, they're great. This will be.
Yeah, it'll be a great show.
Yeah. All right, hang on the line, and I think Maya will tell you what you need to do next.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Hang on.
I've got to go check on Emma Thompson.
Oh, no.
66 today.
She's fine.
She's just fine.
Got to be fine.
Linda Perry is 60.
She's
songwriter.
Four Non-Blondes, I think.
I think so, yeah. Oh, but Samantha Fox is 59.
Well, she's fine.
Well, she's very fine.
Yes, she is.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Frank.
It warms them instantly when he's gone.
Yeah, it does.
Traffic, let's see. It doesn't look like anything has changed. Just those 2 crashes I was telling you about before. The one over off of Beck Street, that's southbound, and then the one off of Redwood Road and Center Street in Davis County, that is also southbound. Hopefully those should be cleared up soon. I'm not seeing any messages from any of you guys, but if you see something out there, text it to me at 33986, as long as it is safe for you to do so. And you can see movies on the big screen at local nonprofit Broadway Center Cinemas. David Lynch's Blue Velvet and Lost Highway playing this Friday and Saturday. Get tickets and showtimes at slfstix.org.
KXRK Provo, we're going to take a break. We'll be back after these messages with your Utah Word of the Day. Brand new one today.
It's often said that people of Utah speak a language all their own. It's a language that's often confusing and even incomprehensible to newcomers here in the Beehive State. So, Radio from Hell presents a handy guide to help everyone understand how the natives speak. It's the Utah Word of the Day, and today's word is...
Canny corn. Cannykarn. Canny corn. And here they are, Don Criddle, the mayor of Mona, Utah, and his son Denver Criddle. It's the day after Halloween, and Don and Denver are discussing Denver's Halloween candy haul and why November 1st is so exciting for Denver. Again, the word is candy corn.
Well, you sure scored a big bag of sweets, son, when you was out trick-or-treating.
I sure did, Daddy. I got more treats than any of the other kids. I think I know why.
Well, why is that, my strange and wonderful son? Why did you glean more treats than your companions?
Well, I think partly it was my great costume. I really outdone myself this year.
Yeah, that was a pretty dang good costume. Did people recognize right away that you was the prophet, warrior, and now angel Moroni?
Well, not all of them, not right away. But when I put that gold trumpet to my lips and gave it a blow, they knew who I was.
Well, now let's see what kind of treats you scored here. I'll just dump this pillowcase full of cavities out here on the kitchen table. Well, there must be 10 pounds of treats here. What the? Well, for heck's sake, son, there ain't nothing in this bag but bit of honey and Smarties.
I outsmarted the other kids, Daddy. I just kept going back to two houses over and over, the two that no one else was going to. One house had the bit of honey, and one had the Smarties. Voila!
Well, thank the Lord, you're going to get some decent treats and some variety in just a minute.
I think I may be the luckiest boy in the whole world, Daddy. Or at least the luckiest in Juab County. Or the luckiest boy in Mona, Utah. I get second Halloween every year. Every November 1st, your brother comes over and brings me huge bags of treats. But I always wondered, why does he wait until the day after Halloween, Daddy?
Well, it's because he's too busy at the Halloween season, so he can't come till the day after. Now, I'm going to go let him in, and then I have to go to work to the mayor's office. I got mayor work to do.
Oh, hello, and happy day after Halloween. Where's my little Halloween angel Moroni? Where is my little nephew Denver?
Uncle Chainsaw Guy, happy day after Halloween. Did you have a good Halloween season this year, Uncle Chainsaw Guy?
Well, I sure was busy as usual, nephew of mine. I think I chased more screaming girls and whimpering boys this year than ever before. That's a lot of running I have to do, and I am tuckered. But not too tired to forget to bring my nephew his favorite Halloween treats.
What did you bring me this year, Uncle Chainsaw Guy?
Like I said, your favorites. They're all right here in this gunny sack.
Oh, let me guess.
Yeah?
Let me see if you remember my favorite candy. You got Starburst?
Yep.
And candy corn?
Yep. And?
Wax Lips! You got Wax Lips! I love Wax Lips!
You guessed them all three, Denver. You got them all. It is uncanny that you could do that.
It's just I know you, Uncle Chainsaw Guy. You always make the day after Halloween the best. And now for the best part of all. Chase me out of the house with your chainsaw!
Happy day after Halloween, Denver! Let's go!
Join us again some other time as we examine how the Utah natives speak with the Utah Word of the Day.
986.
Like somebody from some city.
Oh, that's right. Like Lucy from Alpine. She said thank you for that. Apparently she went to the Bernie Sanders and AOC thing on Sunday. So Lucy and Alpine, I hope it was worth it.
Alpine.
Alpine.
Yeah.
All right.
I've been to Alpine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
For a funeral.
Oh.
I was there for a wedding.
It's the only time I think I was there for a wedding, too. I've been there for a wedding and a funeral.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only reason to go to Alpine.
And it's right there by where you can get on that Alpine Loop road that goes over into Provo Canyon. I've only done that once. But that's beautiful. That's just absolutely stunning.
We had time to kill between the wedding ceremony and the party later, and so we thought we'd try to find a bar in Alpine.
No.
Yeah, didn't happen. All right. Let's see. Oh, it's time for Utah Word of the Day. Is this sponsored?
Yes. Excel Automotive Repair, commuter vehicle repair specialist, Asian and small domestic vehicles, dealership quality service at independent shop rates. Located at on 33rd South 290 East. To make an appointment, visit excelautomotiverepair.com.
It's often said that people of Utah speak a language all their own. It's a language that's often confusing and even incomprehensible to newcomers here in the Beehive State. So, Radio from Hell presents a handy guide to help everyone understand how the natives speak. It's the Utah Word of the Day, and today's word is...
Canny. C-A-N-N-Y, canny. And now to use this word in a couple different ways, we turn to Mononite's Don Criddle, the mayor of Mona, Utah, and his son Denver Criddle. Denver is trying to sneak out of the house when he is stopped by Don. Again, the word is canny.
Whoa. Whoa. Hold your horses there, son. Where are you sneaking off to? And what's that you got under your shirt?
What do you mean, Daddy? I ain't sneaking, and there aren't nothing under my shirt. What you see there is kind of a bulge because I had 3rd helpings of Mama's biscuits and hash for dinner. That's just my tummy poking out.
I'm not stupid, son. There's definitely something under your shirt, and it's moving. Now, come over here. Let's have a look.
No.
Son, why do you have a chicken hidden under your shirt?
Oh, don't be mad at me, Daddy. I do have a chicken hidden under my shirt, but I got a real good reason for it.
Well, I doubt that. But why are you trying to smuggle Cluck Norris away from our inhabitants?
I'm taking him to the movies.
Why on God's green earth would you want to take a chicken to the movies? I don't think chickens like movies. I don't think he's going to get nothing out of it.
Well, I don't know about that. Sometimes Cluck watches the TV with me. He seems to really like The Masked Singer. But the movie I'm taking him to is a Minecraft movie.
Why would a chicken want to see a movie about mining?
Oh, silly Daddy, it isn't about mining. It's about world building, but that's not why I want to take the chicken to the show. I want to take him because a chicken is in the show. There are parts where a baby zombie rides a chicken.
Huh? I don't... What?
Well, when that happens, when the zombie rides the chicken, all the people in the theater throw popcorn and yell, "Chicken jockey!" And when that happens, I thought it'd be funny to have a real chicken there. And you know how much Cluck Norris likes popcorn. So I thought he could go around the theater pecking up the popcorn. So can he go, Daddy? Can he? Can he, please?
Well, all right, on one condition. You're going to the Salt Creek Cinemas there to Nephi, right?
Yep, we are.
Well, it's the only movie show I know that has Chico Sticks. You got to promise to bring your daddy a couple of them. Chico Sticks is my favorite candy.
Join us again some other time as we examine how the Utah natives speak with the Utah Word of the Day.
You were forced to do that one.
It's difficult to believe that I spend, 30 minutes or so of my day, 35, 40 minutes of my day doing that.
You were forced to do that one specifically.
Kind of.
Because of Gina.
Yeah.
And she's not even here to enjoy it.
She extorted me. She wrote a promo about Cluck Norris and a chicken and going to... and I just...
And she's not even here.
No. I could have gotten away with anything.
You handcrafted this gift for her. And she's not here to appreciate it.
Well, Carrie, I'm used to that.
All right.
Any comments from the peanut gallery over there?
No, none at all. Unfortunately, Gina did miss out on something great.
You think?
Yeah, it was Cluck Norris steals my heart.
She
I know
made
she
that
came
up.
up with that, but it's a great name.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to think of another Chuck to use too. But like Cluck Yeager, but I don't.
He's the astronaut chicken.
Yeah, Cluck Connors.
The gunman chicken,
Yeah.
the rifleman,
Mm-hmm.
the rifle chicken.
I was trying to think. I couldn't figure out another more contemporary or living one.
Yeah, there's not many
Chuck,
famous Chucks these days.
Cluck McCann, but nobody knows who that is.
I do, but Cluck Barris.
Yeah, Cluck Barris. If you've got a more contemporary Cluck, let us know. You can text us 33986.
What if you were to use Cluck Eastwood instead of Clint Eastwood? Would that work?
It's got to be.
Has to be a
it's got to
Chuck?
be.
Gotta be the K at the
It's got to
end.
be an uck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Need that K.
Because chickens go claw uck. They don't go Clint. They don't go Clint.
Fair.
Cluck Mangione.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Cluck Schumer.
Oh yeah. Damn.
I don't think that the Criddles would have a rooster named Cluck Schumer, though.
No, I don't think so either. No. He's a Jewish rooster, Daddy. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
All right. Well, thank you. Traffic.
Traffic. Everything is still looking pretty good. I'm not getting any messages in our texting that says anything. There is a new accident. Looks like it's southbound I-15 at the I-15 I-215 North Junction in Davis County. The right shoulder is taken over, so go around on the left side. That should be cleared about 8 o'clock. Everything else is looking pretty green and clear. And a double check in there. Nope, that's all I've got for traffic. Stubbs Dental, award-winning services, life-changing results. Visit stubbsdental.com to book your appointment now.
Now, everyone is saying, obviously, Cluck Berry.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the winner, really.
Yeah.
And this is the Criddles would have Clucker Carlson. They
Clucker
would.
Carlson. That was excellent.
They
Yeah.
would.
That's excellent. All right, we've got boners coming up. Here are the candidates you'll be voting for. Boner candidate number 1, Jeff Bezos has an intimate moment with gravity. Boner candidate number 2,
Yeah.
the vice president really dropped the ball this time. I mean, really dropped the ball.
Yep.
And boner candidate number 3, you know about those kids being poisoned with lead? You're on your own.
All right. Thank you.
And your chance to win $1,000 with another Flipping Cash contest on X96. Just listen in for keywords that will announce at approximately 7:15 and 10:15 a.m., 1:15 and 5:15 p.m., and each word is a unique entry. And we are bribing you to listen to X96 more often all day long. Rules are at x96.com. Now, I'm going to give you a different number to text this word to because it is not our normal text line. So text the word luck, L-U-C-K. Text it to 508-777-1000. Again, that's 508-777-1000. Text luck, L-U-C-K, for your chance to win $1,000 in this national cash contest.
Thank you. Cluck Woolery.
Now, there used to be a football player. He was a quarterback, and I think his first name was Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Luck would be Andrew Cluck. But I can't think of any other luck names.
All right. We got Boner of the Day, Big Boy News.
Clucky Severinson.
Clucky Severinson, if you want to go local.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Boner of the Day, Big Boy News all coming up after some messages and a song. Stand by. BigOTires.com.
Oh, yeah.
Man, they're fast.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah, when you go in there for service or get your tire, like if you got a flat fixed, they can do it in nothing flat. Do it in nothing flat.
See there.
Yeah, there you go. Save $50 to $100 right now on select sets of 4 new tires at Big O Tires. Ask about their healthy car special. Just $39.95. That includes an oil change, tire rotation, alignment check, brake check, battery check, all of that for just $39.95. You know, Big O is locally owned and operated. There are plenty of locations around the Wasatch Front.
Mm-hmm.
So go to their website, find the store near you, and get to know them. Big O Tires, your true one-stop shop for automotive repair, for tires, brakes, alignments, and they have financing, multiple financing options to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape. No credit needed financing to fit any budget in any situation. BigOTires.com. They are the team you trust.
I got one right here.
All right.
Okay.
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
Brought to you by Nate Bargatze, the Funny Tour at Delta Center /Vivint Arena on Friday, September 29th and Saturday, September 30th. Tickets on sale at Ticketmaster.com.
He's very funny. I like him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I bet he is not on this list.
I hope not.
Because the list is 10 people who are universally loved, but who are actually jerks.
Okay.
Okay.
I
have a prediction for this list, but go ahead.
And Nate Bargatze is a nice guy who I predict is in real life actually a nice guy.
But you don't know that.
I don't know that. Maybe he is. I haven't read all the way through the list. Let's see.
Okay.
Number 1. The beloved character of Radar in MASH is played by Gary Berghoff, adored by viewers, but according to one of his co-stars, he was very difficult to work with and had a negative attitude toward the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Larry Linville, who played Major Frank Burns, was actually a very nice person in real life, but received mistreatment from the public due to his character's unlikable personality.
Which is why he quit.
Oh, really?
One of the many reasons why he quit.
Because people just hated Frank Burns?
Yeah. He says, I can't. He said, I can't get work because everybody thinks that I'm this guy.
which means he's a really good actor, I think.
And he also said that, that where do you go with the character? You can't humanize this character,
Number 2. According to a former restaurant worker at Disneyland, 2 people, Howie Mandel and Bobby McFerrin, they weren't there together. These are just separate incidents. Were some of their most awful celebrity guests. And part of the reason is they let their children create chaos and run wild and break things, and they did not try to stop them from doing it. They're one of those parents that's just like, oh, we'll let the kids climb on everything and break things. And no,
it's an unlikable trait, but they're not a jerk.
I've heard that
because
about.
of that.
I've heard that about Howie Mandel.
That he just lets his kids run wild,
and that he's an ass. Yeah.
Let's see. Rachel Ray.
Yeah, I've heard this.
She is very unfriendly, not just to her audience, but to her guests, especially off camera. Nobody likes Rachel Ray. John Stamos. Nobody likes John Stamos. From Full House.
Yeah.
This is like being violent toward women. They're talking about. I've never heard that about him.
Oh.
That's a bigger jerk than just a jerk.
Yeah.
Here's one that kind of surprises me: Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Huh.
As someone we look up to as a hero, it can be heartbreaking to discover they don't live up to our expectations. A fan of Bill Nye's educational children's show expressed disappointment after personally experiencing his rudeness and difficulty interacting with fans. The fan said, "It's the saddest moment. Don't meet your heroes. He was really mean to me."
What did he do, though?
It doesn't say. It just says he was mean.
Because he's a smarty pants and has, in the last few years, kind of taken the role of voicing concerns of things like global warming.
Which I appreciate. I mean,
Yeah.
I like it when he stands up for stuff like that. And I guess I would say the side note to this is sometimes celebrities, you don't know what they have going on in their life when you encounter them out in public. They might be dealing with something that they are not in a place where they can be friendly with fans.
Sure.
It doesn't mean they're a jerk. They're just like, I've got some stuff going on, and it happens.
I gotta see him live at EDC in 2019 when he introed the festival. It was really interesting.
Let's see. Steve Jobs, legendary co-founder, former CEO of Apple, may not have been as universally loved as many believe. While Jobs is widely regarded as one of our time's greatest innovators and business leaders, his notorious temper and abrasive personality were also well known. People didn't like working with him like that.
You're telling me a billionaire was out of touch?
Let's see. Martha Stewart, iconic domestic diva, may not be as gentle and as kind as she appears on her television show. The critic claims to have witnessed Stewart berating her assistant in the harshest of terms, calling them, quote, a worthless piece of S for dropping her handbag.
Boy, it's a good thing Bill's not here.
He'd be standing up for Martha.
He'd be
And
calling it a list of lies is what he'd be calling it.
It's a list of lies.
And finally, this Beyonce, one of the biggest stars in the world, may not be as gracious and kind as many would hope, according to one commenter who shared their experience working at a restaurant that many celebrities visit. Beyonce and Jay-Z were universally hated by the staff. They were entitled and rude, and nobody wanted to wait on them. When they first started coming to the restaurant, everybody would fight over who got to wait on them. And then after a while, nobody wanted to because they ran them around and didn't tip them very well. So there's just a tiny list.
I guess.
That's how you know people are awful, is how they treat wait staff.
Yep.
Oh,
and that's
100%.
that's not just celebrities. That's like people.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're on a date with somebody and you go out to dinner and that person is rude to the wait staff, that should be that should tell you everything you need to know about the person, and you shouldn't go out with them.
I'm surprised that Bill Murray wasn't on
He
that
wasn't, no. Because, he's universally loved and a jerk.
Yeah.
But,
He's an ass from everything I've heard about him.
I didn't create the list. I just read the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the reader of the list. Don't shoot the reader
No,
of the
please.
list.
We hope you'd enjoyed another list with Radio from Hell on X96.
Because on this day in 1987, The Cure released Why Can't I Be You, the lead single from their 7th studio album, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me. You're simply elegant. All right. 7:25, let's get to Boner of the Day. These are 3 news stories. They are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. And you will decide with your vote of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to be Boner of the Day for today, April 15, 2025. We'll give you 2 candidates now, a third after the news. And once you've heard all 3, you'll vote. One of you lucky random Boner voters will receive.
I can't buy it, gotta win it. Radio from Hell Boner t-shirt.
Here's Boner candidate number 1. Jeff Bezos has an intimate moment with gravity.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny to see this. I'll try to describe it, but if you can ferret out the video, take a look at it.
Yeah.
We have a still of it right here.
I couldn't find the video that I could download properly, or else I would have.
Oh, I see. X96.com/live is a still. Jeff Bezos may have flown in space back in 2021, but he had a really hard time leaving Earth on Monday. Video footage shows Bezos running toward the capsule that had just landed with the 6 women. 6 women?
Mm-hmm.
The 6 women in it, including his fiancée, Ms. Sanchez, singer Katy Perry, Gayle King, among others. And in the process of running to open the door, he doesn't just fall down.
Yep.
He face plants. He just, boom, flat on his face. He picked himself up and greeted Sanchez at the Crafts entrance. He didn't appear to be injured. He just looked clumsy and human. He and Sanchez celebrated before she turned her attention to the rest of her family waiting for her at the landing gate. I can't put it into words. We got to see the moon, she said, with tears in her eyes. This whole thing makes me really pretty ill.
It is sickening.
Katy Perry falling down on the ground and kissing the earth. Glad to be back on Earth after 9.5 minutes. It's just it's absolutely disgusting, all of it. And Jeff Bezos face planting is, it's exemplar of the whole thing.
Yeah, it made me smile.
Boner candidate number 1. Jeff Bezos has an intimate moment with gravity, but it's the whole situation there.
Yeah.
Here's boner candidate number 2. The vice president really dropped the ball this time. I mean, really dropped the ball.
This was a good one, too.
J.D. Vance dropped Ohio State University's National Football Championship trophy during a celebration at the White House yesterday. Vance, who is an Ohio State alum, tried to lift up the trophy, but it appeared to separate from its base as the vice president bobbled it in his hands, with the Marine Corps Band's rendition of the Queen, "We Are the Champions," still blaring in the background. Ohio State running back Trayvon Henderson, who was standing next to Vance, swiftly recovered the fumble of the vice president. Vance later shrugged off the near turnover, posting on X, "I just didn't want anybody after Ohio State to get the trophy, so I decided to break it." And he didn't really break it. It just came apart. It's sort of designed to come apart. It's in 2 pieces, and he really fumbled it. Really fumbled it.
But I watched both of those videos back to back, and it made me smile yesterday.
Yeah, and he looked pretty bad. Boner candidate number 2. The vice president really dropped the ball this time. I mean, really. There you go. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. You know about those kids being poisoned with lead? Well, you're on your own.
Boner candidate number 3 coming up after this. Big Boy News and Opinioendo, brought to you by.
Don't pay for tires and oil changes ever again. Get tires and oil changes for life with every new Mazda purchase from Bountiful Mazda. See Bountiful Mazda today for details.
Wow. Well, I know this would be really bad news for you, Gary.
What?
Kate Blanchett is thinking about quitting acting.
I saw that headline. I didn't read the story, but
well, she's considering a future far from the bright lights of Hollywood. In an interview with the UK's Radio Times, the Australian native says she doesn't intend to continue acting for the remainder of her career. "My family roll their eyes every time I say it, but I do mean it. I'm serious about giving up acting. There are a lot of things I want to do with my life." Blanchett, who returned to the big screen last month opposite Michael Fassbender in Black Bag, also hinted that she's never really felt at ease with being a celebrity. When you go on a talk show, or even here now, or when you see sound bites of things you've said pulled out and italicized, they just sound really loud. I'm not that person. I've always felt like I'm on the periphery of things, so I'm always surprised when I belong anywhere. I go with curiosity into whatever environment that I'm in, not expecting to be accepted or welcomed. I've spent a lifetime getting comfortable with the feeling of being uncomfortable. I think it's she and her husband. They run they have a theater company in Australia that performs at the Sydney Opera House.
She's a very underrated Marvel villain. You know, everybody talks about other Marvel villains. They rarely talk
Which
about
one
her.
was she?
She was Hela, Thor's sister.
She's a terrific actor.
And she was great in that role.
Yeah, she's terrific. So I don't know, but she says, I think I might retire. Well, days before a Cottonwood Heights woman allegedly murdered her husband while he slept in their home, she texted her father asking for $1,000. I need $13K. Actually, more than $1,000. I need $13K by Friday, Jennifer Gledhill messaged her father, Thomas, on September 18th, 3 days before detectives say that her husband, Matthew Johnson, was killed. His body has yet to be found. It's not known why Gledhill needed the money or that specific amount. The new information was made available through search warrants that were unsealed. According to documents, Thomas Gledhill used Venmo and transferred $1,000 to his daughter on that same day. Both Thomas Gledhill and his wife Rosalie were arrested in October for allegedly helping their daughter cover up Johnson's murder. A neighbor told police they saw Gledhill's parents cleaning the Cottonwood Heights home on September 24 until late in the evening, although Rosalie claimed that they had only been there an hour. We're not giving up, friends. Police are still searching for the body of her deceased husband. At the time of their arrest, Gledhill's parents had not cooperated with police in the investigation into his death. They are the largest nonprofit in Utah, the Community Action Agency, Utah's Community Action Agency. They serve more than 53,000 people. That includes more than 1,200 children in the Head Start program. But nearly all of the community action funding comes from federal grants, and officials fear that that money could be on the chopping block in the next federal budget. Utah Community Action actively helps people who are living at or below the poverty line. According to Jennifer Godfrey, the chief executive officer for the group, that section of the population is already struggling. The day-to-day struggle is very, very real, she said. Ms. Godfrey said that the folks that they help are trying to meet their own basic needs on a weekly or even daily basis. Am I going to make rent this month? Do I have enough means to put food on the table for my family? For those who have families, organizers say that their biggest questions are, what about our kids? Because the Community Action Head Start program serves kids that are enrolled in daycare and school through the Head Start. And Head Start does a lot of things to help those kids, food and school supplies and all of that. So, but they're afraid that the federal funding is going to dry up. Let's see. Let's do Donald Trump has bitterly attacked 60 Minutes.
Yep.
Shortly after the CBS News magazine broadcast some stories on Ukraine and Greenland this past Sunday, saying that the network was out of control and should have to pay a big price for going after him. Almost every week, 60 Minutes mentions the name Trump in a derogatory and defamatory way. But this weekend's broadcast tops them all, he said on Truth Social. He called on the Federal Communications Commission Chairman Brendan Carr to impose maximum fines and punishment for their unlawful and illegal behavior. Speaking the truth.
Yeah.
Trump has an ongoing $20 million lawsuit already against 60 Minutes for how it edited an interview with Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris last fall.
And when you look at the raw footage of that interview, they didn't do much to it.
The president claims it was edited in a way to make Harris look really good, something the newscast denies. But there are ongoing reports that Trump's lawyers and CBS parent company are involved in settlement talks. Don't settle. Don't settle. Let's see. And Trump is freezing more than $2 billion in grants to Harvard University because Harvard has stood up to the president.
Yep.
The Joint Task Force to Combat Anti-Semitism under the Department of Education announced they were freezing $2.2 billion in multi-year grants, as well as $60 million in multi-year contract values to the prestigious Ivy League school, just hours after the university's president released a statement saying that Harvard is not going to kowtow to the administration and get rid of DEI.
More schools and companies need to do this.
Let's see. I think, is it Columbia has?
Columbia was thinking about it last I heard.
I think I wish the universities, all of them, would stand up.
But I think with Harvard leading the way, that the others will go, oh, well, okay.
An Alabama woman who received a pig kidney transplant had the organ removed because her body began rejecting it.
Oh.
Tawana Looney lived with the kidney for a record 130 days before it was taken out on April 4th. This was in New York. She's back in Alabama on dialysis and recovering well from the surgery, according to the doctors. It's a disappointing setback. She has to go back and have, dialysis all the time. Mm-hmm. But she said, I think that medicine gained some knowledge from the operation, and I'm glad for that. Well, this is really a wonderful video. As the ground shook from a 5.2 magnitude earthquake, a herd of young elephants at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park sprung into action to protect their young. A video shot of their enclosure at the park Monday morning shows the 5 African elephants standing around in the morning sun before the camera shakes as the earthquake starts, and they run in different directions. Then the older elephants scramble to encircle and shield the 2 7-year-old calves from any possible threats. They remain huddled for several minutes as the older elephants look outward, appearing to be at the ready for anything that might be coming, their ears spread and flapping. Even after the rocking stopped, the quake was felt from San Diego to Los Angeles, 120 miles away. It sent boulders tumbling into rural roads in San Diego.
You can see the circle that they formed at x96.com/live.
Yeah, they don't know what threat they're. Something's happening. We better protect the young.
And I've seen that before in other nature documentaries where they protect the young by forming a circle like that. But,
elephants. Mindy Albright is a curator of animals at the San Diego Zoo's Safari Park. Elephants are highly intelligent social animals. that have the ability to feel sound through their feet.
Yeah.
When they perceive a threat, they often bunch together in an alert circle, typically with the young clustered in the center of the circle and the adults facing outward to defend the group. In the video, one of the calves can be seen running for refuge between the adults. Help me, help me. It's a group of, they were all females, I think, that helped raise her. The other calf, the only male, remained on the edge of the circle, wanting to show his courage and independence, Albright said.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be stupid, kid. Get in the center.
Elephants are amazing.
Yeah, they are. All right, that's it.
Weather, traffic, please.
Weather. We're going to have about a high of 73 today with sunshine and clouds mixed. A low of 52 tonight, and it's going to be really nice. I'm excited to sleep with my window open continuously. Mm-hmm. We'll be in the 70s tomorrow, and then it looks like we'll drop down to the 50s for Thursday and Friday. Traffic. Do a quick refresher really fast and check the text messages. I don't see anything from the texting. If you see anything, let me know at 33986, as long as it is safe for you to do so. Looks like the crash at southbound I-15 at the I-15, I-215 North Junction in Davis County is still there. It's going to be cleared by 8 o'clock, but the right shoulder is covered, so make sure you go around on the left side. There's a stalled vehicle on I-80. Looks like just around Jeremy Ranch, the Park City Summit. The right lane is closed on that side, so go around on the left. That should be cleared anytime now. And then there's another crash southbound I-15 at 10200 South. I never know how to say that properly anymore. It's in Salt Lake, and clearance time should be around 8:30. I'm not sure what side of the freeway that's on, so just keep an eye out for that. Everything else looks pretty green and clear on my cameras that I can see as of right now. But again, if you see something, say something at 33986, as long as it is safe for you to do so.
All right, here's boner candidate number 3. You know about the kids being poisoned with lead? Well, you're on your own. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention told health officials in Wisconsin it could not help with an ongoing lead exposure investigation because the Trump administration had eliminated its response team. In an email obtained by Scripps News in Milwaukee, a director with the CDC's National Center for Environmental Health appears to be responding to a city health official's request for an EpiAid, which is an investigation of an urgent public health problem. An EpiAid is an investigation of an urgent problem. I sincerely regret to inform you that due to the complete loss of our lead lead program, we will be unable to support you with this EpiAid request, Aaron Bernstein wrote in an email. The U.S. Health and Human Services Department, under the leadership of Robert F. Kennedy Jr., laid off around 10,000 employees at the beginning of April across multiple agencies, including the CDC. According to the email, the request was sent on March 26 and asked for the deployment of a response team for the end of April. 3 of Milwaukee's schools have been closed since March 17 because of lead contamination issues. Students have been attending classes elsewhere in the meantime. The Milwaukee Public School District had a virtual town hall meeting last Thursday to address concerns from parents at the affected schools who have grown increasingly frustrated with what they describe as a lack of communication and clear timeline for their children's schools to reopen. According to Milwaukee Superintendent Brenda Casalas, the district has already spent nearly $1.8 million on remediation and abatement efforts. However, parents say the lack of a definitive timeline for the schools to reopen is unacceptable. District leaders say they're close to the end of the painting at Fernwood and that the process has taken longer than expected. But the district says it's working with the Milwaukee Health Department to finalize a lead action plan. But when it comes to the Center for Disease Control helping out, you can just forget it. About those kids being poisoned with lead, you guys are on your own there in Milwaukee. Boner candidate number 3.
Sickening. All right, let's review the first 2 and vote.
Jeff Bezos has an intimate moment with gravity as he runs to open the door to the space capsule containing his love, Ms. Sanchez. He face plants right in the dirt.
Yep.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Boner candidate number 3, also pretty funny. The vice president really, this is boner candidate number 2. I think I said 3. The vice president really dropped the ball this time. I mean, really. Vice President J.D. Vance dropping the Ohio State University National Football Championship trophy during a celebration at the White House. And boner candidate number 3, about the kids being poisoned with lead. Milwaukee, you are on your own.
All right. Time to vote for Boner of the Day. 1, 2, or 3. Which one do you think is the worst? 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number, the one that you think should win. Put that single digit in the message of a text. And then you text that to 33986. Oh, here they come. You can also call Katie in the producer's booth. She'll be happy to take your live voice vote at 877-602-9696. Or you can go online, x96.com. Look for the box that says Boner of the Day, April 15, 2025. Click and vote. If you don't see that box, refresh your browser. It'll appear. Click and vote. Now you got like 4 minutes to get your vote in, so let's go. This is Boner of the Day. Coming up at 8 o'clock, it's Tech Talk with JD. Stand by for that. HasterGames.com is the website, but I always recommend that you go down to the shop, 6831 South State Street. I say go down to the shop because they're more than happy to sit down with you, and if you were thinking about starting a game, they can talk to you about it, see if it's right for you. They have one open. They'll sit and show you how to play it. Board games, Magic the Gathering, Dungeons & Dragons, dice, figures, paints, all the latest board games. Haster has it. Prepare to shred the galaxy with an excess of sonic destruction. The Emperor's Children from Warhammer 40,000 have a massive army release coming April 26th. The fourth major Chaos Legion finally gets their own set of rules and miniatures on the tabletop. This release features tons of new model kits, an official rules codex, index cards, and the Primarch of Perfection himself, Fulgrim, available for the first time as a gorgeous plastic miniature. The releases are perfect for someone who is new to 40K or an established player. Stock and some items are limited, so contact Haster Games to reserve the items that you need. And also they have a lot of Star Wars stuff available for May the 4th be with you. May the 4th?
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, the Star Wars games, the promo cards, deck boxes, sleeves, all that stuff. Go down to Haster Games, check them out. Haster has it, 6831 South State.
A public bathroom story.
Okay.
And Bill will like this because I tend to attract weirdos in public bathrooms. There was the incident years ago at a truck stop in Panguitch. We won't get into that one.
Oh.
I'll tell you that after. But so I'm going to the Duran Duran show. This is Saturday night, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm at the Delta Center. There's like 20,000 people. It's sold out. Great show, by the way. Okay. But before Duran Duran goes on, I have to use the men's room. So I go and take care of my business. I'm at the sink washing my hands. Okay, and I see in the mirror a dude kind of looking at me, and I'm like, oh, he probably knows that I'm Todd Newcomb because, kind of obvious. But I don't think he did. He's like, whoa, you got blue hair, man. It's like a blue Skittle. Yeah, blue Skittle. Yeah, blue Skittle hair. And he's obviously had a couple of beverages, And I'm just kind of like, yeah, okay, hey, great. And that was it. And I tell my wife that just happened, and then we go and we watch Duran Duran. So the next night, you're not going to believe this, the next night it's The Cure. Okay. So we go to the Delta Center again. Yeah. And we're seated on a completely mirror opposite side of the arena. Okay. Totally different seats. And before The Cure goes on, and go do my thing in the men's room, and I go in there and I'm at the sink again, and I'm not even kidding you, the same dude, I look in the mirror and it's the same guy. Whoa, blue Skittle hair, you're here again. Woo! And at that point, I high-fived him. We did a one-arm embrace, and I'm like, dude, we got to hang out. So 2 nights in a row.
So you made a date with a guy in a bathroom is what I'm getting from that.
Apparently I did because of my blue hair. And I'm blue Skittle hair, at least in his book. But that's just the weirdest thing that 2 nights in a row.
It is odd.
Different crowd of people. I mean, a lot of people were there for both shows, but God, that was just bizarre.
I'm surprised he didn't know who you are.
I almost thought of saying,
don't you know who I am?
I was going to say, yeah, the Bill Allred. But
he would have said,
and then
he would have said, well, you're Bill Allred.
Yes, and I would have totally owned that. And there you go. So that was weird. I also saw, everyone, The Cure, there were more people that I recognized and that I knew and that knew me at the Cure show.
Than Duran Duran?
I bumped into our buddy Dallin Weeks from I Don't Know How, But They Found Me.
Oh, Dallin was there.
Yeah, he was there with his teenage daughter. Really? She was seeing The Cure for the first time, and I thought that was cute.
My offspring went as well. and bought a Cure Tour T-shirt.
Yes.
And has been wearing it around town, and practically everywhere they go with my wife, they say, "Hey, you went to the Cure? How was it?" Everybody loves the Cure.
And it was you had for the Cure, there were more young people there than Duran Duran by far. We were seated next to a couple of teenage girls, and I kind of leaned over, like, "Hey, have you ever seen the Cure before?" She's like, "No, we're new fans." And it was adorable because they knew all the songs. They were singing along to all of them, even the deep stuff that the Cure played.
Yeah.
And they just had a great time. And I leaned over to one of them because it was when Robert was dancing around during Close to Me. And I says, "I just love it when he dances because it's cute, the way Robert awkwardly dances." And she's like, "Oh, I know. He dances like my Nana."
Wait a minute.
Where's the same makeup?
Wait a minute.
as well?
Who said that? Who said that to you?
That was the teenagers sitting next to us.
Well, that might have been my offspring because they said to me, Robert Smith dances just like Nana.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, my wife's mother. He does this kind of.
Well, all right, you'll have to compare notes.
Show me some photos.
Compare notes later.
Okay.
All right, 7:49. Time to award Boner of the Day.
And the Boner of the Day is brought to you in part by French dip sandwiches.
Oh,
lovely.
yum.
They were good.
And waterproof your home with Base Coat because water can make its way through your foundation in many different ways. Base Coat specializes in a variety of permanent foundation waterproofing solutions tailored to your unique issues, from sump pumps to all the way to major repairs to cracked and settling foundations. Each solution is backed by a guarantee. Schedule a free assessment today at baseco.net.
Well, Jeff Bezos doing a faceplant came in a very distant second
Oh.
to our winner. J.D. Vance dropping the trophy was a very distant third
Really?
to our winner. The big winner with 237 votes, as you might expect, Boner candidate number 3.
Yeah.
About the kids being poisoned with lead. Well, you're on your own.
You're on your own. There you go. That's your Boner of the Day for today, April 15, 2025. Now qualified to be Boner of the Week.
That Bezos thing and the Blue Origin rocket and these women going in, I don't know exactly what to make of all of that.
What bugs me about it mostly is what Katy Perry said. It made me realize we have to take care of our Mother Earth. And I'm like, Jeff Bezos is poisoning the planet with not only this spaceship, but with Amazon and all of the things that he's doing.
I can't fathom how they considered what they did so brave and important.
It's not.
It wasn't.
No.
It's just publicity. That's all it is.
Well, yeah. I mean, one of them, when they were up, I want to say, was it Katy Perry? When they were up in orbit.
Mm-hmm.
When
They don't go into orbit.
When they were up in the sky.
Yeah.
She posted, she held up her tour schedule or something like that. So it was all about advertising.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we got the poison water. We got our winner, number 3, poison water down here. Why is that happening? Because they need to cut all of this stuff so that the rich people can have tax breaks, permanent tax breaks. Guys like Jeff Bezos.
It's very disheartening
Yeah.
that you would think, I mean, it seems to me like Katy Perry at one time was a sort of,
At one time.
so, somebody
But
that you could.
she did marry Russell Brand, so she's always been.
Right. But now she's married to the elf. What's his name?
Who? Oh, Katie knows.
Yeah, what's his name, Katie?
We rely on Katie and Gina for our Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom.
He was an elf, right?
Was he an elf?
Wasn't he one of the elves in the...
I think he was an elf.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Seems like a nice enough guy, but for an elf. But
Lord of the Rings is not my jam. Legolas.
Legolas, yeah.
Legolas, yeah.
But it just, I don't know. It's just beyond my.
It's
and maybe you have, at one time I had a little respect for Gayle King. Maybe
at one time,
maybe,
yeah.
But she's acting like this is a big deal. The one thing about they got to be weightless for 3 or 4 minutes. They were except for. Lauren Sanchez's lips. They were not. They would not go weightless. They just. The rest of her body was kind of up in the air, but her lips were just sort of pointing downward.
It was nice yesterday to look at those 2 videos of Vance fumbling and breaking the trophy.
It was pretty funny,
and him face planting. That was great.
The face plant was pretty funny.
Yeah,
and the video's kind of from far away. But you can still tell it's him.
Yeah.
And I mean, he really does just
boom,
just right flat. And I'm surprised he wasn't. Nobody helped him up. I mean, he jumped up.
No, Greg's right. Blue Origin is an amusement park ride for the ultra rich and privileged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely, Greg.
It's and it's just I can't understand how. I mean, Katy Perry coming out of that thing and throwing herself onto the ground and kissing the earth, mwah, and making that sound.
Yeah.
It's just... But Lauren Sanchez, they get what they deserve.
Absolutely. Want to thank everybody who came out to my
how'd that go?
Remote yesterday in Spanish Fork.
Good.
At the Quick Quack Car Wash. Went pretty well.
Good.
I went down home.
Went down to Salem because just 3 or 4 minutes away.
Yeah,
right?
just wanted to drive through and see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I'd go up and see Mom and Dad's grave because I haven't been in so very, very long.
They're in this. Is it the Salem
Cemetery?
Okay.
And they have developed so many homes around the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
I got lost.
You had trouble finding it.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. And it's not until you get right up on it that there's a sign that says cemetery. And so I didn't realize looking at their grave, Mom has been dead for 20 years.
Really?
That blew me away. It seems like 10.
Yeah.
And Dad, it seems like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But just blew me away.
Yeah, I went to both of the funerals.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem that long ago.
No. Weird. But anyway, thanks for everybody who showed up.
Is the old homestead still there? Or
yeah.
It hasn't been torn down?
And here's the other thing. The farm, we sold it to this hospital.
Right.
They were going to build a hospital there. Untouched.
Haven't done it yet.
Haven't done a thing. The barn is falling apart. The silage pit's still there. Untouched.
Well, they probably are having trouble with the Salem Council zoning and
Could be.
all of that.
Oh, they own the land, so that once they bribe somebody on the city council to let them build the hospital.
But the house you grew up in is still there for the time being.
That's another story, too.
Does anybody live in it?
Yeah.
Oh. A relative?
No.
No? Just
a bunch of rednecks.
Just somebody.
Got their four-wheel drives and backhoe and all that stuff parked in the front yard, I'm
well,
just like,
yeah.
Jesus, come on, you guys. Anyway. Traffic, please, Katie.
Traffic, doing a quick refresher and checking the text messages. Nothing in the text messages. You can send it to me. If you see anything, text it to me at 33986 as long as it is safe for you to do so. The crash southbound I-15 at the I-15, I-215 North Junction in Davis County is cleared up, so you shouldn't have any issues there. There is a crash northbound I-15 on SR-296 exit. Northbound, if I didn't say that. That should be cleared in the next 45 minutes or so, hopefully. And that's causing probably about a 5 to 10 minute, about 5 minute delay, if not less. And then another crash northbound I-15 in Lehigh The left shoulder is closed at milepost 283. Clearance time should be about 8:45, so avoid that on the and go around on the right-hand shoulder, or right-hand side, I should say. And that's all I am seeing. Everything else looks green and good to go. If you see anything that I'm not seeing, text it to me at 33986, as long as it is safe for you to do so.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We will take a break. We will be back after these messages. JD is here with Tech Talk. He's got some games to tell us about and some other wild things he's found on the internet. Stand by. KXRK Provo. Okay. Salt Lake Film Society. Let's see what we got going here. I think they're still doing their David Lynch thing.
Yeah, I think that's
very cool. Yeah, you can see movies that see you on the big screen. Salt Lake Film Society's Broadway Center cinemas. They're a terrific facility there. Local, donor-supported, nonprofit cinema. And, of course, the great concessions, great staff, incredible film programming. And that's what I like about them, is that they do the specialty programming.
Mm-hmm.
You can see classics that showcase unique storytelling. And right now they're paying tribute to David Lynch and Christopher Nolan. So this week it's Blue Velvet. Oh, God, it's been a while since I've seen that.
That's really good.
It's a good movie. What Lies Underneath Suburbia's White Picket Fences.
Frank Booth.
Yes. Laura Dern, Kyle MacLachlan, Isabella Rossellini. Also, another classic, Lost Highway, is playing this Friday and Saturday. Another David Lynch classic. And you can get your tickets now for the Invincible Czars on April 26th to see a silent film classic, Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, have you ever seen the original silent one?
They're doing this one with a live musical score.
Cool.
They're going to be performing it live there. So get your tickets and showtimes, slfstix.org.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I heard you say that you had a list.
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
the list is 5 things you should never, ever say on a second date.
Should never say on a second date.
You have a good first date. Things are going well. You want to
Let's
move
do
on
this
to
again.
the second date.
Second date? Okay.
Take a breath. Relax. You're nervous.
Let's see if
this might be the one. You don't know.
I mean, it's been a long time since I've had a second date, so let's see how I did.
And I don't know who put this list together, but
All right.
Number 1.
Okay.
What are your parents like? Now you're thinking, oh, you're making small talk.
Yeah, that sounds like small talk to me.
It can sound, though, like you're already planning the wedding. Wait a minute. You're wanting to know about my family?
I want to know about your genes.
Yeah. What am I?
Is there any madness in your family?
Yeah. This says, don't assume that just because you talk to your mother every day on the phone that he does too.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Number 2, I love babies.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, I never wanted to hear that on any date, frankly.
5, 6, 10.
I love babies, and you have nice wide hips.
This says babies are great, but not a second date topic. Sounds like you are baby hungry and you might scare somebody off.
And this is
men or women.
Men or women.
Oh
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
How many people have you slept with?
Ooh.
Now, this is a conversation you should have, but maybe not second date conversation.
Why is that a conversation you should have?
Well, I mean, after you've dated people for a while, you can discuss it.
I never would ask that question of anyone.
Ever?
Not of somebody. I mean, I might ask it of you or Carrie, but I wouldn't ask it of somebody I was in a relationship with. I have no idea.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Oh, yeah, that's...
Sounds like a job interview.
I had a girl ask me that.
Or they want to know if you're good marriage material.
Yeah.
Are you going to be making good money 10 years from now?
Are you going to be doing this radio thing in another 5 or 10 years?
I'm not sure. Is there any madness in your family?
And number 5.
Okay.
Why would you say this? Do you like me? Well, it sounds desperate.
Sounds desperate.
Much.
And, kind of.
And I think you'll know if somebody likes you.
I would hope you would know.
Would people really ask that?
I don't know. This
might be some people
on the
like
list. Do you like me? Yeah, that would be an instant turnoff, I think. Because you're insecure.
I was
clearly.
just curious. You seem to like me, but I don't know. Do you really like me?
Which I'd say, well, we're on a second date. This is a strange question.
I like you enough to go on a second date.
Yeah. All right.
So that's just five things you should never say.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you should ever ask how many people somebody has slept with. If they want to volunteer that somehow, but don't ever ask.
Yeah, you never ask that. No. For sure.
We hope you'd enjoyed another list with Radio from Hell on X96.
You know why? Because I think you don't want. You don't want to know. You really don't want to find out.
And you don't want to answer that question either, do you?
I have, but answered it. My answer is I don't remember.
And that's an honest answer.
It's an honest answer.
It is.
Yeah. Well, I won't be needing that list anytime soon, I'm sure.
No, but somebody out listening might.
All right.
At 33986.
I don't think that's a real New York Times reporter.
I think it is.
And Fred in Cottonwood may agree with you, Bill, but he really needs a distraction at work already. So luckily,
I got a
JD
grip.
is here, ready to go.
Cottonwood.
So, Cottonwood, Fred, listen in.
Cottonwood.
There we go.
All right. Is it sponsored though?
It is not.
It is not. Well, that's a crime. Sorry, I've just taken a second to get here.
Got to be sponsored by some kind of a cookie company or something.
Ooh.
Or a game company.
Yeah, there
Maybe.
you go.
JD is here. Jonathan Deasing. He is a cookie baker
Yes, sir.
extraordinaire.
Uh-huh.
And also a podcaster, the 3-Bit Gamer Show.
Yep, every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, that's available. And it's and he comes and shares little interesting websites with us. And
Yeah, if you guys
games.
are bored at work, I'm
you-
here to save you.
Yeah, you've got stuff here.
What do you got?
I got 2 games I'll go through pretty quick that are coming out this month. The first one is out as of yesterday. It's called Forever Skies. Now, Forever Skies I played when this came out on early alpha about a year ago, and it was fantastic. And since then, they've been spending a year plus building it and improving it. Essentially, the whole world, the surface world, is poisoned. There's a big cloud of poison fog, and you are living above the cloud. There are skyscrapers you can see that are poking above the clouds, and those are where you dock, essentially, because you are exploring this world in an airship. Basically, you build your own Zeppelin, and you're improving it constantly. So you want to expand it, you want to build it. Well, then you got to dock on one of these skyscrapers, take the elevator down to this poisoned surface, and hold your breath. Because you only got a limited amount of air, and you got to run in there and try to loot some gear.
giant bugs in there.
Oh, there's all sorts of stuff in the fog. You don't know what's down there, but you're basically just going down and onto the surface, claiming all the stuff.
I like the way it looks because it's not realistic.
Yeah,
it's kind of.
It's like a Netflix animated series kind of a vibe.
The space suits that they wear look almost like old diving suits.
Yeah,
those
which is super
those
appropriate.
metal helmets, like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea kind of thing.
It's cool.
If you guys played like a game like Subnautica, it's got vibes of that, but you have this base and you're flying your ship around and there's storms in the air and you're getting hit with lightning. Oh, it is fantastic.
So
Forever Skies.
This is open world kind of thing.
Yes, it's an open, randomly generated world, so you can just go in one direction and just see stuff. It's out now on PlayStation 5 and PC. That's Forever Skies. It's fantastic. Another one, bigger name. This actually came out earlier last year, I think in December on the Xbox, but now it is out this Thursday on the PlayStation 5. This is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Like I said, it's already been out. It's received great acclaim. People love this one, and it is like considered canon within Indiana Jones, like whatever. It's set between Raiders and Lost Ark. It is a first-person game, so you're seeing through the eyes of Indiana Jones. You are shooting, you're stealthing around. Basically anything he does, you're using your whip to swing across gaps and solve puzzles and stuff like that. It's just a very pure Indiana Jones game. You're fighting Nazis and preventing them from stealing powerful artifacts. You know, what's new?
And the voice actor they hired to play Indiana Jones sounds
Excellent.
so much like Harrison Ford. It's frightening.
Yeah, I think they did a great job.
But the rendering of Harrison Ford in the video doesn't quite look like him.
Yeah. Well, luckily you don't see him too much because it's through first person.
Yeah, it's just kind of bland looking. So.
But yeah, it's
Well,
a
that's-
little generic.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one's fantastic. If you need an Indiana Jones game that scratches that itch, it's gonna feel like a movie without aliens. So that's a bonus.
Okay.
All right, I got a couple quick things here for your boredom at work. The first one, this is so silly. It's called curvedtext.io. That's curvedtext.io. You type something in the text box in the field, and then you draw on the associated drawing pad next to it, and you are drawing, the line you're drawing with is that word or phrase or whatever you would like. Essentially, you know, when you were like in junior high and you were just writing over and over in your notebook like the same thing in little spirals, it's like that. And then you can of course export your word art. You can change, makes all sorts of changes. You can also upload an image and then draw curved words on it, which I think is kind of a more appealing thing for like a social media post or something. It's really fun though. It's more distracting than you might
This
think.
is definitely a time waster.
Yeah, curvedtext.io. It's really dumb.
Okay.
And then another one that I think is really interesting, especially say you work remote with teams across the world, across the country.
Oh yeah, a lot of people do.
Yeah, I used to work when I was in tech. I had teams in India and teams in the UK, and it was always hard to figure out when we could all work together. So I would build out basically like a version of this in Excel, but they've done the work for you. It's time.fyi. That's time.fyi. You add multiple time zones, whichever time zones you want, and then it's just a matter of clicking and dragging the actual time in any of the time zones, and all the other ones will adjust to show you what time it is. And, you know, it's kind of like the clocks you see in like an airport with all the different time zones, but if you moved one clock, all the other ones would move in unison.
So here, it is 8:10 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time, April 15th. In Uzbekistan, Tashkent, it's 7:10 p.m. April 15th.
In Uzbekistan.
In Uzbekistan.
I'm always wondering what time it is for the Uzbeks.
They are 11 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, so that's time.fyi. Again, more of a helpful tool for people that work. Or, hey, if you've got like a kid on a mission or something that's across it's kind of helpful to know what time it is. And then another way to visualize the passage of time.
Oh.
Year progress. This one was kind of fun. It's not going to waste a ton of time, but it gave me kind of a chuckle. It's whatever. Just go to x96.com for the link on this one. It'll tell you, like, hey, so where are we in the year? If the year was The Hobbit, what is Bilbo doing? or you know, what part of Abbey Road are we listening to?
I would be listening to Oh Darling right now.
Right, in this part of the year. It gives you a percentage how far we are through the year. It gives you, you know, all these weird random stats just to help you visualize the passage of time through the course of a year. It's pretty fun. Again, it's called Year Progress, and you will have to go to x96.com to grab the link on that one because I'm not going to read it. And then the last one. Now, this is your time waster, folks. If you have nothing going on at work today, you have this going on. It is called Slither.io. Slither.io. It's Snake World. It's basically a snake MMO. It is, if you remember the old game on your phone, Snake, where you would move the little snake around and you'd eat pellets and you'd get longer, and then you just had to not run into a wall or run into yourself.
Or another snake.
This is exactly like that, but there's a billion other people that are playing it at the same time, and they're all snakes. So you're all working together to not hit each other and to eat as many things as possible. And you'll see if you play it, some people are enormous snakes.
They
get
are.
so big.
It's not fair.
It's scary.
No, I haven't seen other snakes. I'm just eating pellets.
Yeah, you just scoop around, eating pellets, and you'll run into them.
Yeah, keep moving around.
It's actually better if you don't see them because you won't run into them. So it's kind of nice.
Oh, there's one.
But yes, Snake, if you guys remember playing this on your phone, this one is an update. It's pretty, it's fun, it's quirky, and the idea that you're just playing with random people all over the world is kind of entertaining. Slither.io. This is your time waster of the week right there.
Yeah, this is kind of fun.
Yeah, that's gonna.
What is that little bit? There's a light that.
Oh, I think it's a super pellet.
Oh, okay.
I think that one. Well, I wasn't able to catch one. I played it for like 20 minutes last night. I couldn't get one of the super pellets.
Now I'm getting big.
Yeah,
my snake's growing, man.
Just don't run into yourself. That's the key.
Whoa.
Whatever you do.
I got a snake.
Yep.
I love leaving you guys so distracted.
I know, right?
This is I know I've done my job right.
You know, between the chicken game.
Are you still here?
Yeah, I'll leave you guys with
the
Slither.
kitten
I'm sorry.
game and now the snake game. You've got me.
I'm here to waste your time.
I'm not paying attention to my job now. That's what these do. The time wasters at work.
There you go.
So yeah, go to x96.com. You can click on the links to find all of these trailers and games and all that stuff.
And waste some time.
Waste some time.
Fun.
You know, your sense of impending doom can be alleviated.
Yeah, just for a minute.
Just for a minute.
I got you.
Jonathan Deasing, JD, thank you.
Yeah.
The 3-Bit Gamer Show, hosted with a couple of other numbskulls.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we're doing our top 10s the next couple months. Everyone's doing their top 10, all our different hosts.
Okay.
So it'll be fun.
Good. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, guys.
Traffic, Katie.
Traffic. My husband let me know that there are two school buses broken down on the 201 westbound just after the State Street entrance. So keep your eyes out for that and avoid it. There are a couple more crashes going on. Crash northbound I-15 at 24th South in Weber County. The left lane is closed, so go around that on the right-hand side. There's a crash northbound I-15 at the SR-92 exit. That is still there. Clearance time should be 8:45. I don't know what side of the road that is on, so if you can text that to me at 33986, let me know. There is another crash, the one in Lehigh, northbound I-15. That should be cleared up in the next 20 minutes or so as well. Crash eastbound I-215 at milepost 12, which is 900 west in Salt Lake. It's on the right shoulder. The clearance time should be 9, so hopefully avoid that by going around on the left side. Only about 5-minute delays for each of these. There's also another northbound crash I-15 at the 4100 South in Salt Lake. Clearance time is 9 o'clock. That doesn't tell me what side of the road it's on either. And then crash northbound I-15 400 South in Springville. That also doesn't tell me what side of the road it's on. So avoid those if you can. And if you see anything and I'm not mentioning it, text it to me at 33986. Oh, like this. Crash 33rd South and Main Street westbound. Thank you, texter.
All right.
And all that good stuff.
One of those pellets is an invincibility pellet.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
there you
one of
go.
them is. So there you go. All right, 8:15. Beat Gina coming up after these messages and a song. It's easy to play, easy to win. The topic today is Jungle Book trivia.
Sweet.
So we got that coming up. All you got to do is call to play. What is the prize?
The Offspring tickets. They're coming to town with Newfound Glory and Jimmy Eat World on Saturday, September 6th at the Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater. I am so excited for this concert. I can't wait to go. So the Offspring tickets.
Great old school show with the Offspring.
Oh, yeah.
877-602-9696. Call, line up when you feel. The sooner the better, of course. 877-602-9696.
We've got a treasure chest.
On this day, in 1989, Cameron Crowe's movie Say Anything was released in theaters, and the soundtrack features all kinds of music, but that's probably the most famous song from the soundtrack because he was holding it above his head of the boombox thing. All right. It is time for Beat Gina. Is this sponsored, Katie?
It is. Love live music? Tired of paying too much for tickets and beers? Experience great live music and adult beverages without paying stupid prices at Utah's coolest venues. Don't miss Tom Petty tribute band Petty Theft, April 18th at the Stateroom. Get tickets at thestateroompresents.com.
All right, get down, get ready, pay attention, and savor this edition of the game show Beat Gina. But today it'll be Beat Me, Johnny O. Treat this like it's the last time you'll ever be on the show. But don't get your hopes up. Here we go one more time, one last time for Beat Johnny today. Mm-hmm. But first, what do you do with your wieners besides boiling them or broiling them?
Oh.
I'm Beat Gina announcer Johnny Ola, and as a wiener lover, I've got an idea for you. Try rolling your wiener with Wiener Wrap from Pillsbury.
Loved them.
It's fresh dough that you roll around your wiener, and it's sure easy. You just pop them in the oven, and while the Wiener Wrap bakes, the wieners cook up plump and juicy.
Yum.
And your family will rave that you're terrific because you've even made wieners taste great. All you need is a little help. Pillsbury Wiener Wrap turns plain hot dogs into something special. And now, the rap on this guy is that he's the most special game show host working today. Let's all give it up for the one, the only, Kerry Jackson.
Thank you, Johnny Ola.
You're welcome.
Professional game show announcer. They don't make the wiener wraps anymore.
But you could just use the Pillsbury crescent rolls.
Use the crescent rolls. Yeah. Do it. Now, we're going to do Beat Johnny today because Gina is not here, and Katie helped with the trivia question.
I sure do.
So I want it to be completely fair.
Exactly.
Right. So Katie is going to keep score.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And we will have Beat Johnny.
All
and
right.
Dave is our contestant. Dave, are you there?
I am here.
All right, Dave, we're going to toss a coin to see who goes first. It will give you the advantage if you call it correctly, heads or tails.
Got to go with heads.
All right, let's see. It is tails, Dave. I'm terribly sorry.
Get ready to go down.
That means that Johnny gets the first question to answer on his own without any interference. It's multiple choice pop culture trivia. If he gets it correct, he gets the point. If not, Dave, I know you'll be paying attention. You can answer that question correctly, stealing Johnny's point away. And we'll go back and forth till one of you gets 3 points. All right.
Going to be 3-zip, Dave.
Smack talking already, Dave. Jungle Book was released on this day in 2016, the remake of the classic Disney film.
And the classic Rudyard Kipling novel.
And the book as well. See, Dave, right away.
Uh-oh.
Johnny knows what's going on here.
I do.
So the first question is for Johnny.
Yes.
This is just all over Jungle Book trivia.
All right.
Movies, books, all of it. All right. Johnny.
Yes.
What is the name of the python that tries to eat Mowgli? Is it 1, Kaa? Is it 2, Khan? Is it 3, Monty? Or 4, King Louie?
It is Kaa.
Kaa is correct.
That's one for Johnny.
All right, Dave. Here's your question. What did King Louie think that Mowgli could show him? Was it 1, how to save 10% on his car insurance by switching to Geico? Is it 2, the Forbidden Zone? Is it 3, how to build a city? Or 4, how to make fire?
I would say how to make fire.
How to make fire is correct.
We are all tied up. Johnny and Dave each have one.
Don't yeah me.
Bring it, Johnny.
Don't yeah me, Dave.
Challenging.
All right. Johnny.
Yes.
What group of animals saw Mowgli alone and offered him their friendship? What group of animals? Was it 1, titmouses? Was it 2, bone-eating snotflower worms? 3, hyenas? Or 4, buzzards?
Hyenas.
Hyenas is not correct. Oh. No, terribly sorry. Dave, you can steal the point away if you answer it correctly.
That would be buzzards.
Buzzards is correct.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. All that smack talk.
Yeah.
What's our score?
We're sitting at 2-1 right now with with Dave in the lead. Right?
All right.
And Dave controls the question.
Yes.
Dave, here's your question.
Could be it.
In the 2016 remake of The Jungle Book, I think it was live action, wasn't it?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, mostly live action.
Yeah, all the new ones.
The 2016 recreation, let's call it. One of the treasures in King Louis's temple is what? As the camera pans along, what do you see? Is it 1, the magic mirror from Snow White? Is it 2, the genie's lamp from Aladdin? Was it 3, a bark-ass light fixture from IKEA? Or 4, the General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard?
I'm going to say number 2.
Genie's lamp.
Oh!
That's it. Dave wins.
Bam! Ha!
Well, congratulations, Dave. You've bested a lonely old announcer.
I had to really win these. I took my kid to see The Offspring at the Big Ass Show when they were there all these years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So this was the first concert I took my kid to see, and I promised him I'd take him to see it this time.
Well, this is going to be a good show because you've got not only The Offspring, but you've got...
You've got Jimmy Eat World and my husband's favorite band in the entire world, Newfound Glory.
Yes.
It's on September 6th.
Jimmy Eat World's a good band.
Congratulations,
Fantastic, guys!
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Hang on the line. We'll tell you how
Thank
to get those tickets.
I've got to get home and help Mrs. Zola wrap some wieners.
Ooh. All right. Big Boy News and Opinioendo now brought to you by
2 epic shows, 1 mind-blowing experience, Laser AC/DC, Rock Legends brought to life in Lasers, and Laser Taylor Swift Volume 2, Bigger, Brighter, and Better Than Ever, now playing only in the Hanson Dome Theater. Pre-sale tickets are on sale now and going fast. Get yours before they're gone at clarkplanetarium.org.
An overnight shooting in downtown Salt Lake City has left 2 men dead. According to Salt Lake Police, by morning, a person whom authorities believe was involved in the shooting was in custody. At approximately 12:30 this morning, a 911 call was received from somebody near the Comfort Inn on 171 West 500 South. According to Detective Michael Ruff with the SLCPD, the caller hung up. It wasn't until officers were en route to the hotel that they learned there were possible shots fired. Police arrived to find 2 men suffering from gunshot wounds in critical condition inside the hotel. Responding officers attempted to save the lives, requesting paramedics. Despite their efforts, both men died at the scene. Wasn't specified what part of the hotel the men were found in, whether a hallway or a room, but they were both in the same area. Although detectives are just beginning their preliminary investigation, which includes gathering details, speaking with witnesses, and reviewing any digital evidence, officers don't believe there was a threat to the community. Said the police in a press release. Authorities didn't provide any immediate information about the person who was in custody. A homicide squad with the SLCPD is working with the medical examiner's office to confirm the identities of the men and notify their next of kin. This is the first and second homicides of the year in Salt Lake City. Our kids are going missing here. Police are looking for a missing 14-year-old Draper boy. He went missing last week in Salt Lake. Jonah Kia de Olos left his Draper home April 6. He was located the night of April 11, and his family took him to Primary Children's Hospital for evaluation. While waiting for medical attention, he fled the hospital on foot. Deolis is described as 5 feet 6 inches tall, 110 pounds. Last seen wearing a black shirt and dark gray Dickies brand pants, black and white Jordan shoes. He was carrying a black and white crossbody bag. Apparently, he uses tracks frequently and is often in the Draper, Murray, and Salt Lake areas. And Unified Police Special Victims Unit searching for a missing 18-year-old who was last seen on April 6th. According to UPD, Andrea Andrew Matthew was last seen in the parking lot of St. Mark's Hospital. He was wearing a gray hoodie and SpongeBob SquarePants slippers. 5 feet 10 inches tall with dark skin. He has black hair and brown eyes. Missing. And Unified Police are also searching for an 18-year-old missing. Andrew Matthew is this person's name. He was last seen April 6th. I mean, it's just amazing. Kids are going missing for some reason. A man who went missing over the weekend venturing into the coral pink sand dunes in southern Utah has been found Monday. He was dead when he was found. The Kane County Sheriff's Office said 67-year-old Neil Maurer was reported overdue on Sunday. He purchased a pass to the state park on Thursday, and by Sunday somebody noticed that his car had been there for several days, but they hadn't seen him. They formed a search party. They looked for Mr. Maurer till nightfall, resumed the search, and found his body the next day at about 1.5 miles or almost 2 miles from his vehicle. Cause of death not known. Well, I got this email from somebody named Andy. Thought it was interesting. He says, I called Representative Blake Moore to ask what is Representative Moore's position on the Constitution. They said he believes in it, of course. And I asked, including the 22nd Amendment, and they said all of it. And I said, so if Donald Trump talks about having a third term, he'll defend the Constitution? And they said they couldn't commit to a further position. Representative Moore took an oath to defend the Constitution, and they can't commit to it. I called back. I got somebody else. Similar conversation, but he was flustered. Well, of course he'd defend the Constitution. Then why hasn't he? I'd have to ask him. Ask him and call me back tomorrow. I've been planning on how to revisit the conversation, and I think it would be more powerful if somebody else other than me asked. He wants me to call and ask.
Oh.
But, you guys, maybe all of you should call Representative Moore's office and ask about his position on the Constitution, and particularly the 22nd Amendment.
Yes.
The country of Hungary has, the parliament passed an amendment to the Constitution of Hungary that allows the government to ban public events by LGBTQ plus communities.
Yep.
No more gathering. No more gathering in Hungary. You've got to keep your head down and pretend so that people can pretend you don't exist in Hungary.
Coming soon to a city near you.
Elon Musk doubled down on his pledge to cut government spending by $1 trillion. But the Trump administration spending is on a track to surpass Biden's spending.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's a new rendering which shows what the future LDS temple in West Jordan will look like. Guess what?
What?
It looks like all the
all
other
the
ones.
others, yeah.
Yeah.
Just pop them down anywhere.
And finally, this story. The name William Turnier may not be widely known, but his work is instantly recognizable to millions of Americans every time they twist open an Oreo cookie.
What?
I was reading Mental Floss, an online magazine, and it had this unique item about Salt Lake City history, said historian Rachel Quist. I learned about William Turnier, the designer of the artwork on the Oreo cookie.
Oh, the cookie itself.
The design, yeah.
Oh.
And he's buried here in Salt Lake.
I had no idea.
Fox 13 reporter Shanti Lerner met up with Quist to visit the grave. It's at Mount Calvary Catholic Cemetery, over there by the U. Quist was able to find the exact location of the grave marker. Turner's grave, located in the northeast quadrant of the cemetery, is marked by a flat rose-colored stone, and it bears an engraving of an Oreo cookie. He was born in New Jersey, began working at the National Biscuit Company.
There it is on his gravestone.
X96.com/live. The Oreo had already been in production since 1912. In 1952, he'd been promoted from the mailroom to the engineering department, and he was asked with making the cookie design more complex. He created the familiar waffle pattern used on Nutter Butter cookies, and then, according to Quist, his work blended precise engineering, artistic design, long before computer-aided drafting. He shared an original engineering illustration of the Oreo redesign. And but back then it was all hand drawn, and Turner eventually settled in Salt Lake City 7 years after retiring from Nabisco. He died in 2004. Although his name isn't widely known, his legacy lives on in every package of Oreo cookies. He designed the cookie, the pattern on the cookie.
Very cool.
Yeah. So there you go.
All right. Sports, WrestleMania's this weekend.
Oh, okay.
I guess. That's enough sports, right?
Yeah, I mean, other things, there's hockey going on, and that's really about it.
All right. Weather?
So weather, we're sitting at about 48 degrees right now. We're going to have a high about 73, mostly sunny, a little bit of clouds, and a low of 51. It's going to be 74-ish tomorrow, and then we're going to drop down to the 50s. We might get some rain and snow on Friday, so be aware of that one. And a quick refresher on traffic. Looks like the eastbound, southbound Bangerter on-ramp 13400 South in Riverton is closed still, so avoid that area. That construction is going to take forever, if I remember correctly. There are a few different crashes going on. Let's see. The latest one I'm seeing is crash northbound on ramp at 14600 South. That is still being dealt with in Salt Lake, and I'm not sure what side of the ramp that's on. The crash northbound I-15 at 10th North in Salt Lake. The right shoulder is closed to go around on the left side. That should be cleared about 9:30. There's a crash eastbound Antelope Drive at 500 West in Davis County. Hopefully will be cleaned up around 9:30-ish. And another crash northbound I-15 at 2100 North in Lehigh. The left shoulder is closed. Go around on the right-hand side. That is all I am seeing. If you see anything else, you can text it in like our other texter at 33986, as long as it is safe for you to do so. And that's brought to you by Haster Games. For board games, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon miniatures, dice, paints, and much more, visit Haster Games at 6831 South State Street or HasterGames.com.
All right, your Utah word of the day coming up after these messages. Stand by.
Yesterday, I had an appointment for
a skin graft.
Not a graft. Bill has this done quite often.
Regularly.
Where he gets things burned off his face.
6 minutes, they find little precancerous things on my face. Because I've had some really bad ones, and so we're going to get them early.
And none of this is bad. It's just let's get rid of all that. So I was there and had it done, and I was not prepared for the aftermath.
Yeah, you look pretty beat up.
I look pretty beat up, well, which is great. I'm glad I had it done. And, but they said let it ooze. Don't and it's hard because it itches, and I want to touch it. But
was it the liquid nitrogen? Is that what?
No, this was a laser.
Oh yeah, see they use liquid nitrogen on me, so they don't do that. What you're getting?
But I'm
there.
oozing.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving my appointment oozing, and my mom calls. You might remember a while ago I told you my mom had a kidney stone.
The Sainted Mary Claire had a kidney stone.
And at the time, they said, we can do surgery or you can wait it out. And at the time she said, well, I'll wait it out.
Hasn't gotten better.
Well, because the kidney stone can move, so it gets to a point where you're like, oh, well, it doesn't hurt anymore because it's making its way.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But then it hits you out of the blue. And it was, and she said, and she was home, and Daddy Gary was at work, and she was trying to talk me into just sitting there at her house with her till he got home from work. I'm like, no, we're gonna go to the hospital.
Now, can I guess what's happening here? First of all, she tried to talk you into sitting and waiting because she did not want to be seen.
Well, she.
Am I right?
No.
With you?
Because this is on the phone. She doesn't know this is what's showing up at her house.
I see. Okay. I thought you were there.
No.
Okay.
She's doing I'm fine. No, I don't need to go to the hospital. I'm like, Mom, you need to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
So I get to her house and she sees my face and it's, oh my God, what happened? I'm like, it's fine. I just had some stuff lasered off my face. So we go to the emergency room. She's in a great deal of pain. We're there for her.
Oh, I'm not laughing that she's in pain.
No.
I just know what's
coming. But the first thing she says when the doctor comes in, she says, I just have to let you know, my daughter had stuff burned off her face. She's not a meth addict. She was very concerned.
She's a beautiful girl, really.
About me being seen in public.
Yeah.
Like this.
I thought she was going to say, you wait in the car.
No, but before we address any of her problems, she had to get it out there. My daughter who brought me is not a meth addict.
Didn't really want to be seen with you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
So that's my quick story.
Right.
X96.
It's often said that people of Utah speak a language all their own. It's a language that's often confusing and even incomprehensible to newcomers here in the Beehive State. So, Radio from Hell presents a handy guide to help everyone understand how the natives speak. It's the Utah word of the day, and today's word is...
Canny. C-A-N-N-Y, canny. And now to use this word in a couple different ways, we turn to Mona Knight's Don Criddle, the mayor of Mona, Utah, and his son Denver Criddle. Denver is trying to sneak out of the house when he is stopped by Don. Again, the word is canny.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses there, son. Where are you sneaking off to? And what's that you got under your shirt?
What do you mean, Daddy? I ain't sneaking, and there aren't nothing under my shirt. What you see there is kind of a bulge because I had 3rd helpings of Mama's biscuits and hash for dinner. That's just my tummy poking out.
I'm not stupid, son. There's definitely something under your shirt, and it's moving. Now, come over here. Let's have a look.
Oh.
Son, why do you have a chicken hidden under your shirt?
Oh, don't be mad at me, Daddy. I do have a chicken hidden under my shirt, but I got a real good reason for it.
Well, I doubt that. But why are you trying to smuggle Cluck Norris away from our inhabitants?
I'm taking him to the movies.
Why on God's green earth would you want to take a chicken to the movies? I don't think chickens like movies. I don't think he's going to get nothing out of it.
Well, I don't know about that. Sometimes Cluck watches the TV with me. He seems to really like The Masked Singer. But the movie I'm taking him to is a Minecraft movie.
Why would a chicken want to see a movie about mining?
Oh, silly Daddy, it isn't about mining. It's about world building, but that's not why I want to take the chicken to the show. I want to take him because a chicken is in the show. There are parts where a baby zombie rides a chicken.
Huh? I don't... What?
Well, when that happens, when the zombie rides the chicken, all the people in the theater throw popcorn and yell, "Chicken jockey!" And when that happens, I thought it'd be funny to have a real chicken there. And you know how much Cluck Norris liked popcorn. So I thought he could go around the theater pecking up the popcorn. So can he go, Daddy? Can he? Can he, please?
Well, all right, on one condition. You're going to the Salt Creek Cinemas there to Nephi, right?
Yep, we are.
Well, it's the only movie show I know that has Chico Sticks. You got to promise to bring your daddy a couple of them. Chico Sticks is my favorite candy.
Join us again some other time as we examine how the Utah natives speak with the Utah word of the day.
They have Chico Sticks and Chico Sticks Bites.
Bites?
Yeah, now Chico Stick is just like one
one
long kind of tube sort of, but they have bites as well,
Oh,
little wrapped up pieces.
That's perfect because you really just want a bite. You don't want to eat the whole Chico stick.
They're quite good. They're it's peanut butter, and people say, "Oh, it's like a Butterfinger." No, it's peanut butter, but it's got like
it's better than a Butterfinger.
It's got coconut. I think it's better than a Butterfinger. So it's got coconut and peanut butter, and then it's made in such a way that it's there are little holes honeycombed all through it, so that it's real
crunchy.
Yeah, kind of crunchy, but not like hard like a Butterfinger.
I have never had a Chico Stick.
Very good. They're delicious. If you like coconut.
I love the flavor of coconut, but I have a really hard time with the texture.
Well, you won't have any.
Like I hate Almond Joys for that.
Yeah, it's just the coconut.
Oh, okay.
Flavor.
Oh, then I'd probably really enjoy that for sure. But better than a Butterfinger, really?
I think so.
I'm a sucker for Butterfingers.
I like Butterfinger a lot, but
I miss the Butterfinger BBs, if you guys remember those from forever ago.
Yeah.
Those were my favorites.
Yeah. Yeah. Did they come in like a little box?
It was like a little package that you could open in, like a container that you could open and close, and then you had all the
shake 'em
little
out.
BB. Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved those. Those were the best.
I don't eat candy very often.
I try not to, but my sweet tooth is bad, although mainly it's pastries.
I cannot think of the last piece of candy I actually purchased for myself.
Purchased for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, because I know you had a Goo Goo Cluster.
Yeah, and I enjoyed those, but they were given to me.
Mike in Nashville brought those.
The originals, there were three. There was the pecan, the peanut butter, and the original. And I think the original was the best, but it was really sweet.
See, and I like the peanut butter one.
I liked them all.
And the pecan one. Yeah.
I love pecans, so I'm all for that too.
The original Goo Goo Cluster, though, was good, but it was really, really sweet.
And the moon pies are mini moon pies, aren't they?
Yeah, they're little ones.
They're not the full size ones.
I forgot that moon pies have a banana flavor too.
Yes. You stick those in the microwave for just like a few seconds.
I don't have the patience for even 5 seconds. I just pop it in my mouth. Love it.
They have Chico sticks at Pirate O's and Draper.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I wouldn't be surprised.
All kinds of weird candy down there.
Yeah. I don't know. Is that candy place still in the
Gateway Mall? No, Rocket Fizz is gone. It
Rocket
broke my
Fizz,
heart
yeah.
when I lived right behind the Gateway when I first started interning for you guys. I would walk over to Rocket Fizz all the time. They had all the sodas. They had my favorite sour gummy worms, which are incredibly hard to find. The Warhead sour gummy worms.
Oh, really?
But yeah, they closed. They're gone.
That's too bad.
They've been gone for I want to say almost a year now.
I was looking for Warheads once,
Love
about
Warheads.
a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter why.
Mm.
Couldn't find them. Couldn't
Really?
find any. Yeah, I mean, I just went to Walgreens or.
Yeah, Warheads can be very hard to find for some reason.
My wife likes Zots.
Oh, I haven't had Zots in ages.
We usually have
Oh!
some Zots around the house.
It sounds, according to those in the chat room, that Rocket Fizz may have moved to City Creek.
Oh,
What?
right.
Is that right?
I didn't know this. I just thought they were gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Corey says it moved to City Creek.
Yeah, there they are. Yeah, I just looked it up.
That's awesome. Okay, so it's still around. It just
Yeah.
moved over to City Creek. Thank you. Now I can go find it.
Are you going to
again.
run over there today?
Yeah. Well, no, I have Vaxildan, but maybe I'll take Andy later.
Well, next time you go, would you see if they have Chico sticks? Get me some Chico sticks and I'll pay you back.
You bet. I can do that.
I bet they do.
Pirate O's has Warhead gummy candies.
Okay, good deal. Good plan. Thank you. See, this is exactly what I need.
Candy.
Candy.
You
I don't need candy actually, but
Depending on the store, they have either a large selection of candy or hardly any at all.
Yeah. Actually, Harmon's has quite a bit of candy.
Except for my small Harmons.
Yeah, no, the one City Creek has pretty good, and then
the Brickyard one
Brickyard,
has a lot, but
Mm-hmm.
but my small Harmons at Murray Holiday is they got a very limited selection, very basic stuff. It's like M&M's, Reese's peanut butter cups, Snickers, the basic stuff.
yeah.
Would you like to own a franchise of Rocket Fizz?
A franchise?
You can buy a franchise.
That'd be kind of cool. I would never want to do that, but that would be kind of cool.
They have one in Utah County. That'd be where you'd open it.
I was looking for Chico sticks on their website, but I can't find
They
it.
love their sodas and candies
Mhm.
in Utah County.
Makes sense.
All right. Traffic, Katie.
Traffic. I have gotten some text messages from our listeners out there that the commuter lane, the Lehigh Timpanogos Highway westbound, is at a complete stop. They haven't moved for several minutes at all, so avoid that area if you can. I'm trying to see if it's because of. I assume it's because of that crash, although that crash is northbound on 2100 North in Lehigh. The left shoulder is closed there. There is another crash off of southbound I-15 at 600 North in Orem. The right shoulder is closed over there, so go around on the left-hand side. Should be cleared up anytime in the next hour or so. There are a few more crashes that I've already mentioned that should be cleaned up soon. The crash northbound I-15 at 4100 South in Salt Lake is still happening. I'm not sure about those buses that were stopped on the freeway, or so. If you see that, let me know. Otherwise, those are the crashes, and that's your traffic. Everything else looks good that I am seeing. I'm doing the best I can with what I've got in front of me. UDOT's updating as best as it possible can. But again, if you see something, you can let me know over at 33986, as long as it is safe for you to text and do that. That's traffic.
Apparently, you can take dogs to City Creek. So
You can.
so
I just
you could
don't
walk
know.
Backs over there.
I just don't know if you can take them into the actual store, and it's because it's a candy store. And
Maybe you stand at the door and say, "I want some of these candies.
Hey.
Throw me out some Chico
Hey.
sticks.
Throw me a Chico stick." Yeah.
we'll see.
Zots. I haven't had Zots in ages.
Oh man,
I think
Yeah.
we have Zots in our house right now.
Do they have Razzles, or do they still make Razzles?
I don't think so.
Probably not. All right. KXRK Provo. We'll take a break. We'll be back after these messages and a song with the Boner Recap game. Easy to play, easy to win. If you were listening, you know the answer to the question, who won the Boner?
Mm-hmm.
If you weren't listening, I'll bet you could guess today.
Yes.
But why take that chance? Check your work. Go to x96.com. Look for the box that says Boner Votes April 15, 2025. It'll say winner next to the correct answer. What is the prize?
Lagoon tickets. Lagoon is now open, and you can visit and enjoy the Flower Festival through April 27th with special funnel cake flavors all month long. Details and ticket links are at x96.com, but you could win them right here with Radio from Hell.
Lagoon passes for the Boner Recap game, 877-602-9696. Call, play, win. Larson HVAC and Plumbing. They are coming to my house tomorrow.
Next week, they're coming to mine to do the air conditioning tune-up. And
Get the AC ready for summer.
Yeah.
And when was the last time you had your air conditioning serviced? Well, I do it on the regular because Larson, they're good people.
And they contact you when you sign up for their special program.
Exactly. Don't get stuck in the heat with a tune-up from our trusted friends at Larson HVAC and Plumbing. They are our guys. They are fast, convenient, affordable. They want to take care of what you actually need and not sell you things you don't. Plus, they're Rheem Pro certified partners. They have a special offer for X96 listeners and friends of the program. Get your AC tuned up like us, and be sure to ask about their VIP plans. That's what we're members of. Include 2 annual tune-ups, priority scheduling, plus discounts on all service repairs and replacements. Visit larsonhvac.com/X96 for details, or mention X96 when you call them. 801-930-5450, Larson HVAC.
Things that must go on the radio.
These are things that are bugging the hell out of you, and you can't stand it anymore. So you put it down in an email, and you send it to us at radiofromhell@x96.com. You put must go in the subject line, and if we read your thing that must go or things that must go, it might make you feel better, and maybe even these things will disappear from your life. Gina, would you like to begin?
Sure. When you have a golden retriever or similar dog, and even after you wash your clothes and you pull them out of the dryer, they are still covered in dog hair. Like, I know these are clean. I just pulled them out of the wash.
Yep.
It's everywhere. Let's see. This from Kevin. Things that must go. Gina advertising for living spaces and not even uttering living space.
Listen,
I
agree.
I will fix that, Kevin.
I used my brother's name for that email, by the way. Snuck it in.
Side note, am I the only one that when I hear Gina say, is that a crack in your sidewalk? And then I think, or are you just happy to see me? Am I the only one?
Hey!
Let's see this from Doug. Things that must go. Pharmaceutical brands that make the people in their TV commercials wear the colors of their brand's logo. People don't coordinate their outfits, so they wear all bright yellow or aquamarine in the real world. Well, it works, though.
It's a commercial. It's not supposed to be the real world.
Finally, this from Timbo. Wobbly tables at restaurants must go. It seems I frequently sit at a table that's uneven. I have to keep my foot on the leg of the table, otherwise it wobbles when anyone puts pressure on that side of the table.
I carry a bag of matchbooks just for that occasion.
He says, I know this is a lame things that must go, but I'm running out of things to whine about. Oh, you can. That's a perfectly fine thing.
That's a great example of a thing that must go.
Is that it?
Yep.
I'll go next. I have one of my own. I go to the website Pinterest.
Yes.
Once a day. I use it specifically for one thing, to find old, weird advertisements. And but Pinterest sends me emails all the time. And in the subject of the email, they always do say things like this: Bill, these ideas are so you. Or, Bill, you have such a good eye. Don't patronize me, Pinterest. I don't really care for your website. I use you for one thing only. Let's see. This one says, good morning, Bill, Carrie, Gina, and Katie for short. Here's something that must go. Drivers hogging the left lane on our freeways. News alert. That's the passing lane.
Yeah.
If you're not passing someone, then you shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
If a car comes up behind you, please move over and let them pass. Blocking that lane can cause road rage. I think this emailer is the one who gets road rage about it, which puts everyone's life at risk, including your own. And that's a threat.
Yeah.
Moving over and letting someone pass is polite, and it reduces stress and anxiety for you and the person who needs to get by you. For crying out loud, let them pass so you can both be on with your journey. Thanks for letting me listen. Carrie B.
All right.
Let's see. This one says, Radio from Hell, I have a thing that must go. The church, this is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, spending $192 million on the Kirkland Temple. They don't pay taxes. With that amount of money, why can't they build low-income housing, homeless shelters, veterans medical facilities, children's hospitals? Well, they do have that, but daycare facilities. We all know why. Those facilities won't bring people into the church. It doesn't give them a chance for new recruits to hear the Lord's message. They will have a place for members to go on vacation and feel fancy about their cult. Glad I never paid tithing. I do pay taxes, though. And then this one, finally, these are too serious. What must go is primary election processes that essentially allows a handful of the smallest states to choose the eventual winner of the party's candidates. How can anyone think that this is a good idea? And the Utah Republicans who changed the primary to a caucus must go. Our precinct chair gave a speech about how he delivered the founding fathers, how he believed the founding fathers intended for us to meet in small groups to discuss the issues, just like we did tonight. Well, the founding fathers didn't have the intent. I think they would understand if we don't do everything just like they did. All right, that's it. Carrie?
Two from the foot of Mount Doom. The term baby hungry.
Yo.
I know what it means.
They're delicious.
But that's where I go. All right, so let's get a new term. Also, why are curtains only printed on one side? Oh. They're already so expensive. The print color pattern should be on both sides so that the people outside of the house can enjoy them too, I think. Usually there's only the boring blank panel and a vague image of the print if it bleeds through on the other side. So, both sides. Print on both sides. Both sides of this issue. This one from Johnny B. The continuous decreasing size of toilet paper must go. See, this is the shrinkflation that Joe's been talking about. I restocked today with my normal brand, and the roll was another 1/8 of an inch narrower with a side-by-side comparison with the ones that I bought 6 months ago. Also, the girlfriend has one that must go. The stickers placed on produce, the ones that I can't get a fingernail under to remove without getting a chunk of tomato under my nail. Not to mention my hands being wet when I'm trying to remove those stickers. That must go. This one from, doesn't say I can use my name, so I won't. Christians that say Trump is a good Christian.
Nope, not even a little bit.
Check the source material, folks. All right. Melanie has this one. Streaming channels with different volume levels. Switch from one to the other and you wake everyone in the house because it's so loud. Can we make this go away? Also, limits on gift cards must go. What if I can't afford $100? I can afford $75. $50 doesn't quite cut it. Gift card gouging is what it is. And last but not least, the resolute blindness of our fellow citizens. I try to understand but fail hopelessly. I can't fathom how anyone can still support the Agent Orange of destruction.
Things that must go on the radio.
And Colin in Salem says thank you for that song. He was moving and grooving in Salem.
In Salem.
Isn't that your hometown?
It is.
Yeah.
Colin did not come and see me yesterday.
Rude.
Because on this day,
yeah,
happy 77th birthday to Brian Eno.
Ah, he produced that?
Yes, he produced a lot of stuff, and I had to pick, but Talking Heads is one of my favorites. So. And I had Fear of Music right here. So
there you go.
That was one of the albums that he produced. I mean, he worked with Roxy Music, David Bowie, Devo, Grace Jones, U2, Ultravox, John Cale, Laurie Anderson, Robert Fripp, Harold Budd, whole lot of people. So, Brian Eno. All right. Let's begin. Oh, it's time.
For what?
For the Boner Recap.
Well, then let's do it.
We have a contestant. Let's see. It looks like Jen is here. Hello, Jen. Are you there?
I am.
Hi, Jen. Where are you right now?
How are you guys?
Good. Where are you?
I'm in Tooele.
Okay. Jen, if you successfully complete this task, you will win a prize, which is what, Katie?
Lagoon tickets. They're I'm sorry, my headphones were off. Their Flower Festival is going on through April 27th. You can check that out with special funnel cake flavors all month long. But yeah, Lagoon tickets.
You know what they say about Lagoon, don't you, Jen?
I don't. No, I don't.
It's where fun is.
Yes.
It's where fun is.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
It
Jen,
is, it is.
did you hear the boner candidates earlier today?
I did.
Okay, and it's pretty easy to figure
Pretty
out
easy.
which one won. So we had boner candidate number one. Wait a minute. For some reason, I'm accidentally texting someone.
Well, don't do that.
That was weird. All of a sudden, I looked at my phone and it was printing what I was speaking.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on there. All right. Anyway, Jen, back to the matter at hand. Number one, Jeff Bezos has an intimate moment with gravity. Not only when the Blue Origin space capsule landed, not only did he run to open the door and free his beloved from the capsule, Lauren Sanchez, he did a face plant, just right down on his face. He didn't appear to be injured. He hopped right back up. But that whole Blue Origin thing, that's a boner candidate in and of itself. That's number one. Number two, the vice president really dropped the ball this time. I mean, really. Vice President J.D. Vance dropping an Ohio State University National Football Championship trophy during a celebration at the White House yesterday. And boner candidate number three, about those kids being poisoned with lead. You're on your own, Milwaukee. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention telling health officials in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, we can't help you with an ongoing lead exposure investigation because, well, the current administration cut all of our funds for response teams, and so, sorry, you're on your own. That's boner candidate number three. Jen, who was the winner?
I'm going to say number three about the kids being poisoned with lead.
Yeah, you're going to win then. That's because who won. That's the right one, and you've got tickets to go to Lagoon. And remember, what is Lagoon? Jen?
It is. It's where you have fun.
No, it's where fun is.
You're being excused,
Mead. Where
Mead.
fun is.
You're both being excused, Mead.
Oh, wait a second, Jen. What is it?
It's what fun is.
It's what fun is, yes. It's been so long since I've been, so I'm super excited. So thank you, guys.
Well, good. Sweet. Hang on the line, Jen, and Maya will tell you what you need to do to get your passes.
Hang on.
Are you? It's what fun.
I think. Yeah,
I think that's right. It's what fun is.
You're being excused, Mead.
Yeah, I think that's. I always loved that commercial. That girl was just so convincing.
Mm-hmm. All right, we will take a break. We'll be back after these with some big boy news and opinioendo. Stand by for that. RenaissanceRanch.com.
Renaissance Ranch. If you or a loved one struggling with alcohol addiction, drug addiction, this is what you want to do. Go to RenaissanceRanch.com. I know from personal experience with my family that it's a tough thing to deal with. It can tear families apart. Renaissance Ranch has a family program, including educational and support classes, and they have among the highest success rates in the country for addiction treatment. The hardest part is just allowing yourself to reach out for help. Renaissance Ranch is a local family-owned addiction treatment center. They offer residential and outpatient services. They're staffed by recovering addicts. I've met a lot of those guys, and they have great empathy because they understand the addiction cycles. Now, it's designed for male patients specifically at Renaissance Ranch. Help is there. Schedule your free consultation online. You can find them at renaissanceranch.com. They now accept most private insurance and Medicaid.
Are you ready to make a difference this Earth Day? Plant a tree.
Olive juice.
Have you been drinking the olive juice? You're not supposed to.
You can. I've just been drinking it out of the bottle.
I think it might help my cold. But
The
by the
olive
way,
juice, really?
if people have
Yeah.
noticed I sound funny, I have a little cold. It is not COVID.
And I'll tell you, if I catch a cold because you're being here, I'm going to be very unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
hasn't the rule been since COVID? You really should even stay home if you have a cold.
But I feel bad because I was just gone.
You could have worked from home.
You got the gear. It's all right. People are placing bets that you're going to call in Monday, though.
No. I'm fine. I'm fine. So fine.
I hope I don't have to call in Monday.
You're fine. We're all fine.
You know, colds are very contagious.
Yeah.
And we're here in a room.
I felt bad about not coming in.
How much worse will you feel when Carrie or I or both of us get sick?
I'll be fine.
I'm not going to get sick. I've gotten crazy about washing my hands to the point where it's almost obsessive. But I haven't gotten sick.
But you're breathing the air in here.
Here, I'll open the door.
It's not going to help because now Bill Riley is going to get his ice and. Oh no, that's at 8 o'clock. Sorry.
Yeah, it's past. Oh, it's past. Yeah.
But this is 9 o'clock now when people start to file in.
When person starts to
when
file.
Person
when a person starts to file.
One
in.
person file.
Yeah, a person files in.
A person.
To work. Hey, look, a person's working here. We've been really lucky with
persons
interns, though.
We really have.
I credit Katie for finding the good ones.
I mean, what the hell? I mean, Dawson even came back for a second round.
Yeah.
That's
we
really
didn't
weird.
beat him up enough the first time.
I appreciate the help because they find the questions for Beat Gina, and then I mutilate them.
I really almost don't know what they do because they work just behind the scenes, and Katie takes care of it.
I stay out of it.
They edit things. They post things. They answer phones.
All of the stuff that I've been exposed to when I do notice what they do fabulous work.
I do know that not one of them has gotten me coffee.
Not one.
That's not their job.
Which is very irritating. Well, I know it's not their job, but they could have offered.
They are busy.
All right.
The reason you don't see them is they're busy.
I'll go get my own coffee.
Oh, there's somebody's getting
Somebody's
ice.
running to get me
That's
coffee.
Bill Riley. He's an hour late. You're late, Bill. You're an hour late getting ice. All right. For some big boy news and a Pinuendo, brought to you by.
For a limited time, save up to $100 on select tires at your locally owned and operated Big O Tires.
Thank you very much.
Well, the Spin Doctors, their front man, Chris Barron, said he was high on weed during the entirety of the band's most successful years. He reported that he only stopped when he became a single parent to his daughter as he looked back on the ebbs and flows of the band's big era in the 90s, Spin Doctors.
Mm-hmm.
I was baked out of my mind 24/7, man, Barron told Rolling Stone. I was high from the age of 14 to the age of 30. I stopped when my daughter was born. I wasn't together with her mom, and I had this epiphany of I'm getting high all the time, and this is an avenue for my kid to be taken away from me. He said, I think nowadays I would have been medicated or on antidepressants. He was self-medicating, essentially. That was me taking care of my head. I was just trying to quiet down the voices in my brain. As they tried to achieve success, Spin Doctors found themselves placed head-to-head against Pearl Jam by their mutual label, Epic. I still can't listen to Pearl Jam, he said. You'd go into the record store and it'd be a big Pearl Jam display and one copy of our record. It was maddening. He recalled that his band's biggest hit, Two Princes, came out of a phone call when he was 19. I ran into the brother of a guy I grew up with, and I was like, hey, I just got a phone call at work from this chick, and he's like, oh, just go ahead now. And I was like, but I think she might be mad at me. And he was like, oh, well, just go ahead now. And he just kept saying that, go ahead now, go ahead with it. And I just went home and I was like, go ahead now. And now I'll never have to work a normal job again because that song was successful enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That one did well enough that he doesn't have to do any more.
Yeah.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah.
That he doesn't have to do it.
I'm glad he doesn't have to work anymore.
Does he still have that stupid knit cap?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Let's see. Last month, Bushmills, the world's oldest licensed whiskey distiller,
Wow.
released its limited edition 46-year-old whiskey, billed as the oldest Irish single malt ever sold.
Really?
The Mahogany Sipper.
Isn't that your nickname?
Yeah. No, I'd just be the pasty white sipper. Hailing from County Antrim, Northern Ireland, sports one of the heftiest price tags for people not worried about the volatile market and hoping for a taste of it. Bottles of the special spirit, officially christened Bushmills 46 year, the secrets of the River Bush. The bottles were priced at $12,500 each. Only 300 were made. The previous record of an aged malt was 45 years, so Bushmills cracked the casket just in time to set the record. The casks will tell you when it's time. We let each cask tell us when it's ready, and this whiskey told me, we're ready.
We're ready.
If you want one sip, a shot of this stuff,
Yeah.
$3,000.
Oh.
And people.
Would you, though?
Well, I mean, I guess I'd like to taste it. They say people who were, and there were people doing it.
Yeah.
2-ounce pour, and it was $3,000, I believe, for a 3-ounce pour, 2-ounce pour. And people said, "What are you going to say?" Oh, wait a second. Let's see. Oh, there was another place selling it, discounted at $1,250 a shot. But what do you, if you spend that kind of money on a shot of whiskey, what are you going to say? Well, that was crap. You're going to say it tastes good no matter what, aren't you? The first trailer for Ari Aster's new movie is available. Pretty weird looking. It's called Eddington. It's an A24 film, takes place during the early days of the COVID pandemic.
Okay.
It follows a standoff between a small-town sheriff played by Joaquin Phoenix. Eddington is Eddington, New Mexico.
Oh, okay.
And the mayor of the town, Pedro Pascal. It pits neighbor against neighbor. The teaser, which you can see online, establishes the plot by having Phoenix's character just aimlessly doom-scrolling through Instagram in the middle of the night. Eddington stars Emma Stone, Luke Grimes, and others, and it comes on the heels of Ari Aster's last movie, which was a flop. What was that? Says somebody's afraid. Steve's afraid. Rick's afraid.
I don't know.
It was called something like that, and it didn't do well. Stevie Nicks,
Yes.
she's excited. Can't wait to hit the road. She's going back on tour. She will do a run of solo tour dates starting Monday, April 14th. That was yesterday. Interspersed between her previously announced joint performances with Billy Joel, the solo run will begin August 12th. But she's not going to be doing it. Isn't Billy Joel? He's taking time off.
I think so.
He's not well. He's got to get himself better. But she's going to, let's see if she's going to come anywhere near. She'll be in Nevada, but no Utah stop that I can see. But she's going to be on the road for quite a while. Do we care if Todd Rundgren is on the road? Oh, this is interesting. 10 classic rock bands who release more than 10 albums.
More than 10.
More than 10 albums. So Van Halen, they released 12. And then The Who, 12. Journey, 15. Queen, 15 studio albums. Aerosmith, 15 studio albums. ZZ Top, 15 studio albums.
Yeah.
Fleetwood Mac, 18. AC/DC, 18. Kiss, number 2, 20. You want to guess who the number 1 is? With 31 studio albums?
31?
Yeah. It should be pretty obvious.
Rolling Stones?
Yep. Rolling Stones. They've been together over 60 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Which is an astonishing achievement in and of itself. But they have 31 studio albums to their credit.
Oh, how come Pink Floyd isn't on that list?
I don't know. They must not have done more than 10.
It says 15.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. What? Damn it. We can't believe, any of these lists we do, you can't believe them, really.
Maybe it's, 15 studio albums, 7 live albums, 12 compilation, 5 box sets, 3 EPs, 27 singles. Yeah.
Out of all the weird celebrity names, celebrity baby names.
Yes.
The one that people hate the most, apparently, is Apple. They did some survey, and they did names, they read several different celebrity baby names, and every time Apple came up, they said,
went,
oh, no. Apple is now Apple Martin. She's now 20 years old, and she's a lovely young woman, looks like, but people do not like her name.
Wow. I mean, and out of all of the celebrity names, it's probably
It's just the kind of out there.
I guess. I mean,
why is it?
I mean, Nick Cage named his kid Kal-El.
Yeah, but that's
Penn named his kid Moxie Crime Fighter.
Yeah. And what's his other kid's name?
Zoltan.
Zoltan. Yeah. Frank Zappa named his Dweezil.
And Moon Unit.
Yeah, Moon Unit.
But Apple seems, out of all of those, seems the least offensive to me.
I don't know. People just hate it. Let's see. Do I have anything else here? John Boyega. You want to know about him?
What's he doing?
Well, he was Finn in the Star Wars sequel trilogy. Revealed.
He's in this documentary.
Oh, is he?
On Apple Plus about black men in Hollywood.
He says that before Star Wars, he had, he says, here's how much I had in my bank account. 45 pounds.
Wow.
Which is not much.
No.
He said I had, it's roughly $60. That's how much I had available cash to me, is $60.
Wow.
Before I started doing Star Wars.
Speaking of, Star Wars is doing Return of the Sith in theaters this month.
Mm-hmm.
I have tickets.
You got them already?
Yeah, of course I did.
Well, Rebecca's got hers, too.
Got them yesterday.
Yep.
So, which one is that?
The third one. So it's the one where Anakin turns.
Why are they?
It's the third or the sixth one, depending on.
Why are they doing that? Why?
It's
why
the
that
anniversary.
one?
Yes, it is. I believe the 20th anniversary.
20th
I remember seeing it in theaters when it first came out.
And just quickly, I don't know where I came across this, but it's somebody writing on a series that they discovered. This is an older series and talks about binge watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with this, and you should find this series. It's Mr. In Between. I watched that whole series. There are 3 seasons of it. Track it down, Mr. In Between. It's an Australian show, and it's incredibly good. So it's
All right.
on Hulu, apparently.
Weather, I just refreshed it. We have, right now it's feeling about 55 degrees. We have pretty clear skies, a couple of clouds, and it's going to be mostly sunny. High of 73 today, low of 51 tonight. It's going to be 70s tomorrow, and then we'll drop down to the 60s and possibly some snow or rain on Friday. So be prepared for that. We're still kind of up and down in our warm and then cold times.
All right.
Thanks, guys. That's
Thank you very
weather.
much.
He's here. He's back with us. Frank Christ, Reaper, Grim Reaper of Celebrity Souls. And here he is. Frank, you weren't with us on Friday. Now,
You know why.
Well, you had to park your scooter right next to the bed of, was it Glennis Johns?
No, David Soul.
It was David Soul. David Soul, yes. And
Hutch.
Hutch from Starsky and Hutch, yes. Don't give up on us.
Give up on us, baby. and tragedy.
Yeah.
Cindy Morgan.
Lacey Underall.
Lacey Underall from Caddyshack.
Oh.
And Tron. She was in Tron, too.
Yeah, Frank is here. He comes every weekday unless there's a special circumstance like there was on Friday. Frank is here to play a game we call Frank Chris Presents.
They're fine. They're just fine.
He has given me a list of 4 actors, precious celebrities. And on this list of 4 actors, 3 of them...
Well, they're fine. They're just fine.
Frank has not taken. But one of them Frank has taken. One of them is dead. And it is the contestant's job to figure out which one of these 4 celebrities has passed. And who do we have?
Adam is here.
Adam, good morning. How are you?
Well, physically, I'm fine. Just fine.
Yes?
Thank you, Adam.
But on the inside, one of Frank's coworkers has already visited me.
Oh?
What?
What happened, Adam?
I'm dead on the inside.
Oh.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Is there a dead on the inside, Reaper?
What? Wait a minute. What could Adam...
Not in our division.
What could Adam win here, Gina?
Adam, you could win tickets to see Alkaline Trio March 21st at Rockwell at the Complex.
There, Adam. That could revive your soul right there.
Oh, if anything will, they can.
All right. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to read you the names of these actors. You tell me which one is dead. Because it's National Coming Out Day, Coming of Age Day, all of these actors are in coming-of-age movies. Here we go. Number 1, Tracy Letts started his career at the Steppenwolf Theater before making his Broadway debut as a playwright with August Osage County, for which he won the Pulitzer Prize for Drama and Tony Award for the Best Play. As an actor, he won the Tony Award for Best Actor in a Play for the Broadway revival of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. The coming-of-age movie that he's in, Lady Bird, about a girl from a poor family who wants to attend an expensive college. Number 1, Tracy Letts. Number 2, Chaz Palminteri. He was in Bullets Over Broadway, for which he was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. Also known for The Usual Suspects, Hurly Burly, Analyze This, and on TV, Wise Guy and Kojak. His coming-of-age movie, A Bronx Tale, based on a play that he wrote of the same name, A Bronx Tale. Number 2, Chaz Palminteri. Number 3, Fiona Shaw, known for her extensive work with the Royal Shakespeare Company. She played Petunia Dursley in the Harry Potter films. Other notable films include My Left Foot, Persuasion, and Jane Eyre. Her coming-of-age movie, The Tree of Life. A man's early childhood memories are paralleled by the creation of the universe. Number 3, Fiona Shaw. And finally on this list, Philip Baker Hall, known for his collaborations with Paul Thomas Anderson, including The Hard Eight, Boogie Nights, and Magnolia. Hall had supporting roles in a lot of films, including Midnight Run, The Truman Show, The Talented Mr. Ripley, and Bruce Almighty. He's in Say Anything, in which an underachieving boy falls in love with a smart girl. Number 4, Philip Baker Hall. Which one of those celebrities is dead, Adam?
Can't decide between 1 and 4. I think I'm going to go with 1.
I'm sorry. No, Tracy Letts is doing very well.
She's just fine.
He's fine. He's only 58 years old, but I'll give you another chance, Adam, because unlike Frank, we believe in second chances. Here we go. I'll read them again. Is it Chaz Palminteri, Fiona Shaw, or Philip Baker Hall?
going to be Philip Baker Hall.
Yeah, you should have gone with that.
Yeah, you were close.
Yeah. He died of emphysema at his home in Glendale, California in 2022. He made it to 90 years old.
Not bad.
Yep, there you go.
Good run.
All right, Adam, you get to see Alkaline Trio, and I hope they revive your
dead soul.
Punk rock will do that.
All right, hang on the line.
Oh, Adam had me worried there for a moment.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen Shirley Bassey?
Goldfinger!
Oh, right on cue. 87 today. Actually, I'm going to go check on Bob Eubanks. I have a feeling Shirley Bassey is fine.
Bob Eubanks?
Bob
Go get him.
86 today.
Yeah, go get him.
Oh, I'll go take a look and see if he's all right. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
He hasn't made whoopee in a long time.
Begin. Let's get Elena on the phone.
It's time for Alana Wood to join us for the checkup, the wellness checkup. And hi, Elena. How are you today?
Hey there. I'm doing so good. How are you?
I'm great. So you want to talk about building resilience today? Can you just get Can you just get a kit somewhere and put it together and call it good? Or
I mean, that would be really, really nice.
Yeah.
And, you know, on some websites, there might be ways to kind of build out a metaphysical kit. But
okay.
probably not something you can just pick up at your local gas station or grocery store, unfortunately.
So resilience, what is resilience? I mean,
yeah, resilience is our ability to kind of bounce back and come back even stronger maybe from difficult times in life. So our ability to navigate the emotional, physical ups and downs of the world and still remain strong and able to live our lives afterward.
well, I should just now be getting over the insults I suffered on the playground in the 6th grade. Well,
This is part of resilience, withstanding bullying, things like that for sure.
So how do you build resilience? This is for yourself, or maybe you can offer these ideas to your children as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, a big part of resilience is kind of building up our reservoir of strength so that when these difficult things do happen, we have that to lean onto. So the first tip is, of course, to take care of your physical health. And we've talked about this so much. So drinking enough water, getting enough sleep, moving our body regularly, having this really strong base of physical well-being is going to help us be able to bounce back and take care of our mental and emotional well-being even better.
All right. So that's okay. I'm trying to check off the things that I can't do. But I could do that. I could probably do that. All right. Next.
Yes, I believe in you.
Okay, thank you.
Next is to build community, reaching out, connecting to people that you love, creating connection with people that you are in proximity with, so folks in your neighborhood, the people that you work with regularly, and then, of course, just building up peer support groups and people that you enjoy connecting with.
You know, it's interesting. I think I've lived in a lot of places I've lived very close to other dwellings and really not known or associated with the people that live there.
Yeah.
I don't really know them.
Absolutely. I'm guilty of that too. I have, you know, a handful of folks I'm really close with in my neighborhood and some that I have never even talked to. So it's an area that I have lots of opportunity for growth.
What's next?
Next is to lean into your personal strengths and values. And a lot of this boils down to just really trying our best to be true to ourselves. So if we value creativity and fun, or if we value traditional values, really leaning into that space and trying our best to make decisions that align with those strengths and those values.
I for one, value values. I truly do.
Of course, yeah.
Next.
I'm so glad.
Yes, next.
Next is, of course, to take steps to care for your mental health, doing practices like meditation, gratitude, personal reflection, and, of course, connecting with mental health professionals when needed.
When you mean like for weekly, daily?
Yeah, I mean, there are some times in our life when it might need it that much. So for sure.
I had a friend who went to therapy almost every day for a while.
Really?
Yeah. Went almost every day.
Wow.
Said, I got to do it or I won't make it through. So,
all right.
What's next?
Bless them. Next is to take perspective. And this is simply an invitation to have a growth mindset. So recognizing that failure is temporary and that emotions and feelings do not last forever. Of course, we don't want toxic positivity, like, oh, good vibes only. We allow ourselves to feel the frustration, to feel upset, and also remember that this is just a moment of frustration.
I'm very good at feeling the frustration and being upset. I'm very, very good at that.
You work in radio. So
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's the one I'm best at, I think, of all the ones we've talked about. Well, and so, where these are, you send us these lists with the topics, and is there any way people can access those?
Yes. Yes, you can learn more about this as well as Nightingale's amazing programs by visiting nightingale.edu.
Simple as that.
They are also posted on our website every single time we do this.
Oh, okay.
So you can find them at x96.com as well.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elena. We'll talk to you again soon.
Sounds great. Take care.
Bye.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay. We will take a break. We will be back after some messages and a song to crawl towards the exits. BigOTires.com.
Listen, Big O Tires, your one-stop shop for everything you need for your car. Now, right now at Big O, you can save $50 to $100 instantly on select sets of Ford tires at your Big O store. And I'm not sure which sets those are. You get to know your Big O guy. They'll tell you which ones are on special. How do you find a Big O tire store? It's easy.
BigOTires.com.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Type in your zip code and they'll show you.
There's got to be one in your neighborhood I'll bet there's one within 5 miles of where you live.
Easily.
Yeah, Big O Tires. Get to know those guys. For instance, right now they're having a healthy car special. It's only $39.95. That includes an oil change, tire rotation, alignment check, brake check, battery check, and more for just $39.95. Big O Tires has financing. They know that tires and service can be an unexpected expense, so they have financing options, and they even have no credit needed financing to fit any budget. So BigOTires.com, they are the team you trust.
Call your friends, call your neighbors, your family members too, and let them know Beat Gina starts now and will be over in about 15 minutes. They'll thank you. I'm your announcer, Johnny O. No matter how sleepy I am at bedtime, I never neglect my Active Lather facial. It's so easy to work up a rich Active Lather with Lux soap. I pat it in lightly. Next, rinse with warm water, then a dash of cool. Then I pat to dry, and it leaves my skin feeling silky smooth, the way it ought to be. Take a tip from me, Johnny O. Try this Active Lather facial for 30 days and see. You'll have skin that's lovely to look at, soft to touch. Let radio's favorite soap help you keep it lovely. It's care that really works, and it's true. 9 out of 10 radio announcers use Lux toilet soap. And now, please welcome the game show host who all agree has the loveliest skin in the business.
Well.
The glowing Carrie Jackson.
Oh, thank you, Johnny Ola.
You're welcome.
Very much. The randomizer has picked your contestant. You will be playing against Eric today.
Hi,
Gina?
Eric.
Hello, Eric.
Hello.
Okay, Eric, we're going to toss a coin to see who goes first. It will give you an advantage if you call it correctly. Heads or tails?
I'll say head.
All right. Coin toss app says tails, Gina Barberi. Boy, this is tough, Eric.
You're one step further away from winning these tickets to see The Cure live at Vivint Arena on June 4th.
All right, Eric. Here's the thing: is that if you can claw from behind and beat Gina, you're going to get those tickets. But if she beats you, what are you prepared to do in her name?
I'm prepared to donate plasma and then recharge with a big fat burger from Proper Brewing Company.
Oh, wow.
As I say it aloud.
Okay.
I know it's very self-serving, but that's what I offer.
All right, then. First question is, I'm sorry to say, for Gina, and I'm sorry to say it, Eric, because it's the movie Pretty Woman trivia.
I don't think you're getting these Cure tickets. That's all I'm saying.
Released on this day in 1990. So here we go. First question is for Gina. Let's begin.
Yes.
What is the name of the opera that Edward takes Vivian to?
I'll wait.
Jeez.
Just play the damn game.
Is it 1, The Spoils of Babylon, 2, La Traviata, 3, Phantom of the Megaplex, or 4, The Tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
It's B.
It is.
La Traviata. That was the only opera on there, isn't it?
That's a famous opera.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
1 point for Gina. Good luck, Eric. It's your turn.
All right, Eric.
Oh, man.
All right.
Yes.
No, that one's too hard for you, Eric. I'm going to pick a different one. It was originally
It's
planned.
so very easy. You know, I've never even seen this movie.
Well, see,
How
now,
is that possible?
I never have
I
either.
haven't either.
What?
I would bet I would bet most of America has not seen it.
Back to the opera scene. Eric, it was originally planned that the opera scene would be shot in San Francisco. Why was shooting relocated to the History Museum by USC? Is it 1, there was a marathon happening the same day? 2, a huge parade honoring San Francisco morning radio legend Alex Bennett?
Oh. I used to work for Alex.
Did you?
Possible. 3, because of an earthquake. Or 4, the entire city was closed for cleanup after a kaiju attack.
Ooh, D sounds nice and very realistic.
Yes.
But I'll say C, earthquake.
Earthquake is correct.
Good guess, Eric.
Yes.
It's 1-1.
All right, let's see. Let's get you. Here's one,
Okay.
Gina. When Vivian calls Kit to tell her that Edward has hired her for the week, Kit is shown curled up in bed with what? Is it 1, a Pedro Pascal life-size body pillow? 2, a chimichanga? 3, a Pomeranian in an Xmas sweater? Or 4, a Winnie the Pooh stuffed animal?
Winnie the Pooh stuffed animal.
Oh, this is 2.
2-1. Eric, you could perhaps tie it up here.
Eric, if you can tie it up, I've got a hard one for Gina.
You can do it, Eric.
All right,
Come on.
Eric, tie it up here. For the movie poster, famous movie
Yes.
poster, of course, that's not Julia Roberts' body.
No.
Her body, her head was superimposed onto whose body? Is it 1, B. Arthur, 2, Sandra Bullock, 3, Shelley Michelle, or 4, Marjorie Jacqueline Bouvier?
Oh. Let's see. I was trying to study up for this before, but I don't remember the name. But I didn't recognize the name when I saw it, so I think the third one again.
Shelley Michelle.
Oh, right. Eric, you tied the game.
Correct. All right.
I think Eric's a ringer.
I think so. All right. Gina.
Yes.
Instead of Richard Gere and Julia Roberts, Disney executives originally wanted who for the lead roles? Was it 1, Carol O'Connor and Gene Stapleton? 2, Beyonce and Jay-Z? 3, Sean Connery and Meg Ryan? Or 4, Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens?
I've never heard this before, but it's got to be 3.
It is Sean Connery.
And
Meg
Gina
Ryan.
wins the game. Sorry, Eric.
Damn it,
That's
Eric,
terrible. Sorry.
I know.
But you get the hamburger after you donate
I don't.
blood.
Well, and if you, Eric, if you promise me you will watch Pretty Woman before The Cure comes to town on June 4th.
Wow.
You can promise me that. That's a good thing to do while you're donating you can watch a movie while you're donating. Watch Pretty Woman, and I will go ahead and give you the tickets to see The Cure.
All right. Hang on the line.
Thank you. Thank you. My daughter and I were, Ticketmaster said we weren't verified fans, so we weren't able to purchase tickets, so I really appreciate it.
I think you're a verified fan. We verify.
I think you are, too.
All right. Hang on.
Listen, I've got to go wash up.
All right. Thanks. So the conversation the other morning was about Conway Twitty.
Yes.
Right.
And how he is my mortal enemy, even in death.
Mm-hmm.
Our old friend, the Des Moines Ghost, used some AI. Put my face on Conway's.
Oh, that's just not right. That is not right.
I can tell you've never been this far.
It's animated.
It's animated, yeah.
Carrie Jackson, that if you didn't tell me that
Here, let me
your face was over it, it might have taken me a minute.
start it up. You can see it at x96.com/live there.
And as I taste your tender kisses,
This is unholy.
I can tell
Unholy.
It is.
you've never been this far before.
It is. So he sent the tweet with somewhere on another Earth where Thor is an evil ruler and a Carrie Twitty exists.
Carrie Twitty.
To which I just replied to him, damn you to hell.
Yes. That's unholy.
Des Moines Ghost.
You can delete it, but unfortunately, it's out there.
forever.
It's
It's
still
the
out
internet. It is forever.
My God.
Hey, do one of me as Lou Reed, will you?
Mm. 55.
Well,
yes.
We haven't heard anything from Gina, have we?
Not yet.
So I don't know if she'll be back tomorrow or not.
I will check with her.
She's awake and tweeting.
That's true. I did see her tweet earlier, so
Yeah.
I'll text her right now.
About anything in particular?
I wasn't paying attention.
The kid who came in, Jackson, who ran for office.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was.
He was 18.
She was congratulating him and saying, "Good for you."
He made the school board, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good for him.
He graduated from my same high school, Hillcrest. Go Huskies.
Go. What are they?
Huskies.
Huskies.
All right. Oh, you got the promo there?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Coming up on Wednesday's Radio from Hell show.
Well, as always, we'll help you with your things that must go, but you have to send them to us at radiofromhell@x96.com.
Plus, at 7:45, be ready to call in for our X poll.
And, maybe, just maybe, I'm not counting on it, but Gina might be back tomorrow for Wednesday's Radio from Hell show on X96.
Beautiful.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Now I got to go do my taxes.
I got mine in yesterday. I got my stuff to my accountant yesterday, I should say.
I usually put it off a long time, but I've never put it off this long before.
We've had ours done for months now.
I know you do yours as soon as you get the W-2s, and
well, that's Sue.
Yep. And I'm going to have to pay. I know, and that's why I don't.
We owe a lot this year.
I'm not anxious to do it. I'm going to have to pay extra. I don't get refunds hardly ever anymore. I don't remember the last time I got a refund.
I get refunds federally, but I always have to pay state.
I personally get refunds, and my husband does not. So.
All right. Fine job as always, Katie.
Thank you.
Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
Yeah. Artie Fufkin.